Getting you ready for game time. Join me, Sal from Behind Your Basketball, as I announce play-by-play. Make sure to smash the like and subscribe, because now we're about to go live. Entering the pregame, we now present Sal from Behind Your Basketball. And what's good, everyone? Welcome in. A happy Sunday afternoon, everybody. Welcome back onto the channel here. We got a good one in store today, as we have the Celtics capping off their homestand, taking on the Golden State Warriors. A Golden State record of 32-27. They've been playing solid lately, as they are 12-3 in their last 15, 8-2 in their last 10 games. The Boston Celtics have the largest winning streak right now in the NBA, 10 straight victories in a row, 28-3 in their home floor. The top of the NBA, record of 47-12 this season for the Celtics. If you guys are new to the stream, make sure to smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe, and welcome on board, everybody, today for this matchup. And a couple big developments in terms of injuries. Kristaps Porzingis listed out today for this game. That's due to left quad contusion, so no Porzingis. Steph Curry was coming into this matchup questionable, but he should be good to go today for Steph Curry inside the starting five. Boston with two players listed out between Porzingis and Neemias Queta, and then Golden State with two players listed out as well, Brandon Podziemski and Andrew Wiggins. Jason, Diamond McCrab, Christian, welcome in here, guys, for this one. This should be a fun game today on the slate. Just waiting for Philadelphia to finish this game up against Dallas. Philly 5-point lead over Dallas, 115-110 with 25 seconds left to go. And then eventually we'll get to action between the Celtics and the Warriors coming up in a little bit. But yeah, quick update for you guys up there. I pinned to the chat, so it's up there now. The Behind the Arc Basketball Bracket Challenge for March Madness. If anybody's interested, feel free to join the Behind the Arc Basketball Bracket Challenge group. That has been activated once again. The link is now in the chat, pinned to the chat. All you have to do is click the link. If you don't have an ESPN account, sign up and create one. It's totally free. And then all you have to do is hit join group after you have your ESPN account signed up, and then you can hit the join group to be a part of Behind the Arc Basketball Bracket Challenge. It's we do it every year. It's something that we do that's fun, and as like a whole channel, try to get as many people as possible. I think we had like over 75 plus people last year be a part of Bracket Challenge group, so it's always awesome to keep on growing the group every single year. Yeah, 2022 NBA Finals rematch, and yeah, this is just the team that the Celtics just haven't been able to shake the demons out of Golden State. It's been loss, win, loss, win, loss, win, loss for the Celtics since the 2021-22 season, regular season games, not counting the playoffs, and then the playoffs they lost in 2022 in the NBA Finals. So yeah, just can't shake off Golden State for some reason. Golden State's defense always comes alive and just limits the Celtics, but this Celtics squad looking totally different this year. Kristaps Porzingis changing everything out on the floor. They're without Porzingis though today for this matchup, but what they've been doing, they've been rolling over their opponents as of late. They beat Philly by 18 on Tuesday, 117-99. They shot the ball a season low, 5 or 22 from 3, but the difference maker was that they kept on taking it to the rim, 65% from 2-point range. They made 32 twos in their win over Philly, and then on Friday, it was all the 3-ball. Getting back to what's been getting them red hot this season, live by the 3, die by the 3. They were certainly living by it against Dallas, a 38-point win, or a 28-point win, 138-110, the final score in that game over Dallas, which Dallas came into that game red hot. Previous winners out of 8 out of the previous 10 entering Friday night in the TD Garden against Boston, and Boston just shut them down on Friday. Frank, welcome in. Thanks for stopping by from Italy. Welcome back in the stream here, man. Wow, this game between Philly and Dallas is getting rather close. 117-113. Philadelphia just a 4-point lead with 11 seconds left to go. We'll keep you guys posted, and congratulations over to Caitlin Clark. She's the all-time leading scorer in all divisions for college basketball, passing Pete Maravich today for college basketball. So Caitlin Clark, the all-time leading scorer in NCAA college basketball in any division, men's or women's, just an incredible way to do that today. It happened to be Fritos that was on a technical foul at the end of the first half against Ohio State that she broke the record in a top 10 matchup there. Number 2 ranked Ohio State. Iowa took down Ohio State. Iowa was number 6 entering that game today. Yeah, man, Kentucky's offense is just unbelievable what they're doing. Put it up like triple digits consistently lately. It's crazy. Absolutely crazy. Yeah, she beat Pistol Pete today, so she broke the new record. Philly just trying to close this out. 4-point lead, 5 seconds left to go over Dallas. UConn crushed Seton Hall today in college hoops. A lot of the good stuff went down yesterday in college basketball. What's good, Mario in the stream? Welcome in. Yeah, so Gonzaga got put in the tournament now. Gonzaga looking like a lock as they beat St. Mary's in the road game last night. And I watched the end of that Houston game yesterday against Oklahoma. That was unbelievable. At the end of it, Jamal Shed missed his own shot, came up with a rebound, and at the buzzer went for like a turnaround fall-away shot and swooshed it. It was insane. Houston won at the buzzer over Oklahoma. That was a road win for Houston. Tennessee looks legit. They beat Alabama in a road game yesterday. Yeah, basically like a silent hour right now for college basketball. It's just earlier today, UConn won against Seton Hall by 30, 91-61. Hey, Ron in the street, welcome in. Paul, welcome to the channel. Yeah, I used to play when I was younger. My main sport actually was baseball when I was growing up, so I played baseball in high school. I played basketball up in through the 8th grade, but baseball I played during high school. This should be a really good game. To make things even, Porzingis is out today for this matchup. So the Celtics, they've been finding ways to win recently. And here's an opportunity today to do it once again without your big man on the floor. Jaylen Brown's really turned it up for him. Previous 3 games, putting up 30-plus points in each of those last 3. 30 against the Knicks, 31 against Philly, 32 against Dallas. And look at that, we got 33 in the chat right now. So if you guys are new, make sure to smash the thumbs up. Happy Sunday afternoon, everybody. Hit the like, hit the subscribe. Yeah, great question by Christian here. Really good question. I think that could either go either way. I really like Houston this season. I don't know if they'll have the answer for Donovan Clingan, but they do have the top-rated defense in all of college basketball. And in terms of like stronger teams that they faced a lot of tougher teams in the conference slate for Houston. For them. So I feel like, in my opinion, they're a little bit more battle-tested, but I think that game could go either way right there. Same as Purdue and Tennessee. I really like Tennessee, and a lot of those players are experienced players, same as Houston. They got a lot of experience that returned on that team. So 3 of those teams that Christian actually mentioned, I'm super high on, potentially thinking about putting them for like deep runs into the Final Four possibly. All depends on how like the bracket like spreads out. That's why, because Tennessee's finishing off the schedule for the SEC slate, like the toughest schedule out of all the teams and they look like they're legit for Tennessee. Came into Alabama yesterday. They were trailing, came from behind, picked up a road win at Alabama, and yeah, they look absolutely legit this year for Tennessee. They're in the same situation as Houston. They've been to multiple tournaments. They just haven't been able to get over the hump and win a national championship for them. So both of those teams are in the same boat, and both of those teams are like 1-2 this year in total defensive efficiency. Celtics go in their green jerseys today for this matchup. White numbers, white letters. Celtics without Kristaps Porzingis in this game, though, due to a left knee contusion as he is listed out. Golden State's really turned it up. Last 15 games, a record of 12-3 for Golden State. They're 8-2 in their previous 10 games entering this matchup. Celtics on a 10-game winning streak. And they've been just so dominant as of late. And Boston looking to shake off the demons at Golden State. Golden State just always seems to find the Celtics number. And today at the TD Garden, once again, the Boston Celtics fans paying for this game. Hopefully going to get what they deserve. And looking to come out on top on Sunday afternoon in a Celtics W. Here we go. If you guys are new in the stream, smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe, ring that notification bell as well, as we are underway with the opening tip. About to start right now, and we're underway as Green tips it over backwards into the hands to Holiday, who comes up with an opening tip for the Celtics. Jaylen Brown, open three, takes it, and he sinks it. 10 seconds into the game, Jaylen Brown wide open for the three. Yeah, Tennessee looking like they're going to be a 1 seed for them. Curry, deep range, 28-foot pull-up, no good off the front rim. Rebound controlled by Horford. Starting five today, Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown, Derek White, Drew Holiday. Al Horford gets the start in place of Porzingis, listed out due to a left knee contusion. Fall away, good for two more. Jaylen Brown with all 5 so far. 30-plus points in the previous 3 by JB entering this matchup on a roll. Kuminga inside the starting 5, Curry getting the start alongside Moses, Moody, Draymond Green in there as well as Kuminga scores baseline to the hoop, up and in, off the glass, good for 2. And Klay Thompson also inside the starting 5 in this matchup. First 50 seconds so far this game. Tatum at the top. Tatum, double team pass off the roll down. Holiday underneath. Holiday inside the key, no good off the up fake, missed off the rim. A rebound secure by Golden State. Warriors up the floor. Kuminga. Hand off Klay. Klay, corner 3 for the tie. Drills it. 5-5. Klay Thompson getting into a little bit of a groove lately. He's been much better. And Jonathan Kuminga, he's been excellent. Winning like the last month plus. Corner 3 in the air. Derek White swishes it through. Sizzles the triple. Al Horford records the assist off the touch pass at the wing as White drills the corner 3. Top of the key, Green. Electric offensive start so far. 13 combined in the first minute and a half. 3 missed at the wing. No good off the mark by Curry. 0 for 2 so far by Steph. The Celtics come up with a rebound. Tatum dribbles up. Tatum drives, kicks. Corner. Brown open. 3 in the air. No good. Came off rim short. And Thompson collects the defensive board. Good pace to start off this game so far. Klay at the top, guarded by Tatum. Dribbles up, left elbow, bounce pass over to Moody. Moody not the three-point shooter usually, but he takes it and he makes it. Celtics looked at the scouting report, left it wide open, but Moses Moody drills a big-time 3 to tie it up at 8. Tatum outside, finds Brown, open 3. Missed off the rim again. Back-to-back 3s missed by Brown. He attempted 50-plus 3s in the last game against Golden State, which they lost in late December. Moses Moody, the trailer, dunks it down with a 2-handed flush. 10-8 now for Golden State. And Derek White slipped down underneath the hoop as he is down as we get the cleanup crew over there at the baseline right now. And hopefully everything's okay with Derek White. Just, ooh, he's got a bloody nose. Yeah, Derek White being attended to right now. I believe he's got a bloody nose. Let's see. The last play, oh yeah, he took a shot. Got bumped in from, he was trying to close out from behind. Bumped into Curry and hit his nose in the backside of Curry, trying to close out defensively to prevent the Moses Moody dunk. And right now, the medical staff attending to Derek White. Oh yeah, it's like the upper lip. Yikes. Upper lip area right now. Derek White being checked out. I'll say yes right there. They're right on the cut line for Providence. And got to win on Tuesday night. I feel like another team in front of them is going to slip up. I'm going to check to see Lunardi because I think they're the first team listed out in his bracket and I would agree. Yeah, they got to beat Georgetown. So they got to win that game Tuesday night. If they lose, they're out. If they win, it's not really going to move them that much, but it'll move them up over a team that has a loss either on Tuesday or Wednesday. Holiday back from the timeout, takes the three, splashes it 11-10, and Curry off the green as he goes downhill to the rim, scores the layup. A lot of pace so far in this game. 9:20 left to go in the first. Brown at the top of the key. Brown takes the three, top of the key, drills it. Jaylen Brown, baby, a walking bucket as of late. Back and forth. Kuminga attacks inside. Tough shot over Horford. No good. Got fouled, though. And he'll have 2 at the free throw line. Wow, first 4 out for Donovan McCrabb. He's got Iowa in that grouping with Providence. I still think Iowa's going to have a little bit more to work their way up there. Wow, Lunardi's actually got Providence still in as the last team in. He update it, though? Oh, he didn't. He didn't update it, so it's as a 3-1. So, yeah, with Villanova's victory, I would swap Villanova and Providence. Gonzaga's safely in the field right now. I feel like I don't even know why they've been in question as an 11 seed. They're ranked at 23 in the nation for Gonzaga. They're going to be moving up quite a bit in the rankings with a road win yesterday at St. Mary's. Derek White off the catch, fires, releases, drills the three. 3-point shooting fest right now in this matchup. 17-14 Boston, top of the key. Green passes down to the mid-block off the Kuminga. Jab step working on Brown, backs his way at the low right block. Kuminga on Brown off the pivot. Kuminga finds Moody off his fingertips. Loose ball, battle for Moody. Comes away with it in between Horford and Brown. He scores for the 2. Brazilian possession right there by Moses Moody. Absolute dog right now on the floor, putting this to a 1-point game. Moody with a quick 7-point strong to start in this matchup. Horford at the wing. Passes right corner. Jaylen Brown wide open. Jab step. Laces up the 3. Off the mark, no good. A rebound secured by Draymond Green. Green onto the pack, finds Clay. Clay, follow away, came up rim short. Horford into the hands to Brown, who came up with a rebound. 2-on-1 up the floor. White, Euro step downhill, right to the rim, scores. Up and in, off the backboard with a layup. Good for 2 for Derek White. This game's got a ton of pace to it so far. Electric offensive display. Derek White, 8 out of the 19. Jaylen Brown doing work so far in this game. Curry, deep 2 jumper. Bricked off the back rim. Rebound secured by Horford. Tatum looks to push it once again. Up the floor for Tatum. Tatum guarded by Kuminga at the wing. Tatum switch now guarded by Thompson 101. Skip pass inside. Brown. 1 dribble. Brown goes up. Brown gets fouled. Jaylen Brown going to shoot 2 at the free throw line as we're down to 7:22 left to go in the first. Wow. What a start to this game so far. Yeah, thanks so much, Jeffrey. Appreciate it, man. Clara, welcome in. Thanks for the updates there. Indiana and Maryland. Unfortunately for those 2 teams, they're going to have to win the Big Ten tournament to even be in March Madness, so they get a long way to go. Jaylen Brown, 2 free throws. First one's good. Yeah, SEC. They're looking stacked. There's some potent offenses that's dangerous in the SEC, certainly Kentucky, but also Alabama, one of the top scoring teams as well in the nation alongside Kentucky, and then Florida. So they got 3 strong offenses, and then they got some solid defenses. Tennessee is like one of the best defenses this year. And then Auburn as well. Auburn's got some really good balance. They're one of the deepest teams in all of college hoops. Like flying under the radar for that Auburn team. They have a bunch of massive wins by like 20-plus points to other opponents for them. They're a team that I think that has potential to go far, considering the balance of Auburn, that they go like 11, 12 guys deep at times for that team. I think if they give you multiple looks, they could be a team that gives you a lot of trouble in the bracket. That was the case last year. San Diego State and Florida Atlantic, they were 2 of the deepest teams in the field, and both of them went to the Final Four last year. Jumper misfired by Curry. He's having an off game right now, and Curry just airballed a 3 wide of the rim as it went out of bounds. Jake, welcome to the stream. Thanks for joining in, man. Yeah, tough one for the Mavs today. Philadelphia, they caught a break. Tyrese Maxey went down with an injury, came back into the game. Really lucky right there that Maxey was able to come back into the game. Tatum took the jumper, missed off the mark, no good. Green tipped it off the glass. Rebound controlled by Golden State, and they almost threw it away. Moody Scoops up the loose ball, though, at midcourt. At the top green, handoff to Curry. Curry, guarded by Brown, 1-on-1. Curry dribbles up, kick out to the corner. Lester Quinones hits the three. And it's only a 2-point game. 21-19. Lester Quinones getting some bench points for Golden State. Brown, jumper, 18-footer, uncontested, missed off the front rim. This has turned into the Jaylen Brown shooting show right now so far. 7 attempted shots. The only other Celtic to attempt multiple shots is 2 others. Derek White, perfect 3 for 3. Drew Holiday, 1 for 2. Tatum's only attempted 1 so far this game as Golden State down low had it poked out of bounds. 21-19. As we're just above 6 minutes left to go in the first quarter of action. This game has got some serious pace to it so far as Boston leads by 2. Alright, if you're new in the stream, make sure to smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe. Welcome in. We got David Charlize. Welcome back in the stream once again. Happy Sunday afternoon, everybody. Did I see a baseball player got hurt yesterday? I actually didn't. Yikes. Thoughts out to that, Thoughts out to the baseball player, though, from Washington yesterday, looks like. So, happened against the Red Sox yesterday in spring training. Ouch. Yeah, there's so much going on in terms of sports lately. Hit us up in the chat who you guys like tonight or today in this game, Golden State or Boston. And also pin to the chat. Feel free to join the Behind the Arc Basketball Bracket Challenge group. It's over on ESPN. That is now activated. It's pinned into the chat. Anybody is free to join in. It's totally free to join. And every single year we do the Bracket Challenge group. To just do something for fun for the channel since it's March. March Madness is right around the corner, so feel free to join the Behind the Arc Basketball Bracket Challenge group if anybody's interested in doing so. The brackets will be revealed 2 Sundays from now. That is Sunday, March 17th. So 2 weeks from now, we'll have Selection Sunday. And then from Sunday, March 17th to the first round time, which is that Thursday, which I believe is March 21st, which is the Thursday, I believe. That's the first round matchups. The brackets will lock at around noontime, right before the official start of the first round games on March 21st. Yep, that's on Thursday, March 21st. It's a week later this year because I was looking back at the schedule from last year. And last year was around, I think it was like the 17th and 18th where it started. So it's a week later this year compared to last year. Jaylen Brown already up to double figures. 10 points for him. 8 by Derek White. Perfect shooting stats so far by White. Perfect 3 for 3. 2 for 2 from 3. With 2 assists as well. 3 points by Drew Holiday. Tatum yet to score so far. 0 for 1. Horford yet to attempt a shot, replacing Porzingis inside the starting 5. Like to see if Brown can get his teammates involved. It's turned into the Jaylen Brown show early on in this one. Yeah, April and October, most crowded sports months. Yep. Hockey from home, welcome in. Thanks for stopping by. Yeah, Klay Thompson really doing a good job lately in his role that he's been having. Golden State able to start to get into a rhythm as a lead. Minnesota right now crushing the Clippers. Both of those teams at the top of the West, 22-7. The T-Wolves leading the Clippers with just about 5 minutes left to go in the first. 7 assists on 7 made field goals for Boston. Golden State's got 6 assists on 7 made field goals. Back from the timeout, Curry floats with the rudder around the ring of the rim, and it goes in on 3 separate rotations right there by Curry. We get a tie score, 21-21. That was sick. And that ball just kept on flinging around the rim. White at the wing. He's perfect. Sam Hauser, first time on the floor today. Horford, touch pass, left corner. Jaylen Brown, keep on shooting. He takes it, and he makes it at the left corner. Horford with another assist. That's assist number 8 today for the Celtics. Passing off the cutter, no good. Missed the layup by Gary Payton II. Great block from the behind there by Luke Cornett. 3-point shot straight away. Able to get the bounce. Good for the 3 for the Celtics as they lead 27-21. Jaylen Brown out in transition. Another pull-up J. Back-to-back threes made by Jaylen. He's got 16 in the first quarter. Top of the key. Payton outside finds Curry. Curry takes the 3. Bricked off the back rim. Cornett collects the defensive rebound. Cornett on the floor with Brown, White, Hauser, and Horford. Brown, pull-up J. Takes it. Oh, he hits it. Jaylen Brown, baby. He cannot miss. Coming back from the timeout. Back-to-back threes. Up to 19 in the quarter. To open up the game made by Jaylen. And an offensive foul on an illegal screen set by Golden State. It's a turnover committed by the Warriors. Keep on shooting. It's benefiting right now for Jaylen. The aggressiveness. Gotta love what he's doing right now on the floor. He is aggressive today. JB, baby. Money. The last 3 threes, 19 points in 7 minutes on 60% shooting. Right now from the floor by JB, and Brown off the inbound in the backcourt, getting pressure by Lester Quinones. Gives it up to White. Floats the pass off the Brown. Jumper. Mid-range Jaylen. Off the back rim. No good. Almost had 21 right there as the rebound gets pulled down by Golden State. Chris Paul on the floor. CP3 off the Curry. And we're going to reach and foul. Picked up. Charge to White. Trace Jackson Davis. First time on the court today for Golden State. Yeah, Easter. They'll be having NCAA tournament games, so that Sunday to close out the month of March is Easter. Yeah, I believe it's the 31st, which is Easter. Inbound to Trace Jackson Davis. Puts the ball into the hands to Chris Paul. Paul at the edge of the midcourt logo. Paul off the screen, set by TJD. Swings it cross-court off to Quinones. Quinones working on White. Quinones off the pivot. Left hand, no good. A rebound controlled by White. White up the floor here. Finds Hauser. Hauser catching fire. Laces up a 3. It hits bottom. Bang, bang, baby. It's good for the triple by Sam Hauser. 12-point lead. Celtics looking like a machine out here on the floor. Stopping Curry as well. Curry at the left wing. Thinking about a step back. Working on Jaylen. Shovels the pass out near side corner off to Chris Paul. Chris Paul guarded one-on-one by Hauser. Dribbles towards his right. Fires the pass. Right wing. Quinones. Catching fire. 3. Bricked off the rim. No good. Rebound controlled by Hauser. Celtics up the floor, crossing midcourt. White at the left wing. Crossover. White dribble drive. Bounce pass underneath over to Luke Cornett. Shuts the door with a two-handed flush. Derek White, baby, with an assist. Luke Cornett with a two-handed jam and a timeout taken on the floor by Steve Kerr of Golden State. It's part of a 14-zip run for the Celtics. Oh, man, what a start today for Boston. 3:34 left to go. Jaylen Brown, Derek White, giving the fans what they deserve so far this afternoon. Sunday at the TD Garden to begin the month of March. Wow, what a start. What a pass right there by Derek White. A no-look bounce pass underneath to Luke Cornett, and he went turnaround and threw it down with a two-handed slam. Jaylen Brown in the zone, 19 in the quarter by Jaylen Brown on 6 for 11 shooting, making 5 threes in the first quarter. That is 19 points in 8 minutes by Jaylen. The aggressiveness is just incredible what he is doing. He's got a ton of confidence in his shot today. 8 points by Derek White, perfect 3 for 3 shooting from the floor with 4 assists leading the game. 3 points by Jrue Holiday. They got themselves a 14-point lead with Jason Tatum not even scoring so far in this game. It's just incredible what they're doing. No Porzingis and a 14-point lead against Golden State. Wow. You knew they had this one circled in their calendar. The Celtics just keep on pushing and pushing against Golden State today. Asia, welcome in. Thanks for stopping by. What a start here. If you're new in the stream, make sure to smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe, ring that notification bell if you guys would like to be notified as well for future live streams I cover. I'll be back tomorrow, actually, covering college basketball. I haven't covered a college basketball stream in a couple months or so, but since we're in a month of March, I wanted to cover one tomorrow night at 9 p.m. I'll be covering number 15 Baylor hosting Texas. That's a huge game tomorrow night. Baylor's looking incredibly strong recently, And Texas right there in the bubble in a road game for Texas. Texas should be in, though. I believe they're in like the last 8 teams in, but they should be in the bracket for Texas. That should be a good game tomorrow night in the Big 12. Wanted to do a couple more college basketball games since we're in the month of March right now before we get to the tournament. Next Celtics stream will be on Tuesday. Celtics on the road at the Cavs. And a quick update for later this week. There's a couple games that the Celtics are playing late, but I have work the next morning, so I'm not going to cover those games or so because I don't want to go into work for like 3 or 4 hours sleep or so. So unfortunately, I won't be covering the game against the Nuggets on Thursday since that one is like, it won't end until like 1 in the morning or so, and I get up around like 5 or 6 usually to get to work every day. But welcome in here, guys. Brad, Daniel, welcome to the stream. If any of you enjoy March Madness college basketball, check out the link out there. Feel free to join the March Madness Bracket Challenge group. The link is posted in the chat for the Behind the Arc Basketball Bracket Challenge group that we have going on ESPN. All you have to do is sign up for an ESPN account, create an ESPN account, and join the Behind the Arc Basketball Bracket Challenge group for March Madness as we have it over on the ESPN Tournament Challenge site. The link is pinned into the chat. Here we go, back from the timeout. Celtics by 14. Draymond Green on the bench, part of a 14-zip run by the Celtics in the last 2 minutes and 40 seconds. Jonathan Kuminga has it at the right baseline, guarded by Jrue Holiday. Backs his way mid-block. Holiday picks up a reach-in foul. This will stop the clock with 3:15. No Porzingis, no problem so far for the Celtics. Porzingis listed out due to a left quad contusion for this matchup. It's actually not on a Holiday. That's going to be ruled defensive 3 seconds in the key. Charge to Luke Cornett on a technical. So Klay Thompson, 1 free throw, makes the technical. Yeah, so Boston's going to be hosting the East Regional. That's great. Yeah, I'm hoping to get tickets next year. It's next year, 2025, that Providence is hosting the first round games. I'm hoping to see if I can get tickets for next year as Kuminga received the pass at the baseline. Couldn't keep his feet in bounds, though. It's a turnover. So critical turnover right there for Golden State. So we'll go back to Boston. Holiday brings it up the floor, guarded by Quinones, gets past him, bounce pass off the roll down, splits defenders. Cornette couldn't finish though with the rim, got blocked from behind by Trace Jackson Davis. Brown picked up the ball. Brown fires a 3, bricked off the back rim, no good. 50% shooting so far today for Jaylen Brown, but it's been incredibly aggressive. It's paid off. 19 points in the first quarter. The first 9+ minutes of action by Jaylen Brown. Just incredible what he's done so far. CP3 going to try a jumper. Missed off the back rim too long. Jaylen Brown collects the rebound. Brown, skip pass out to the corner. Cornette got tangled up down low, and Golden State picks up a foul. Celtics just keep on attacking at Golden State right now. I love the pace that they keep on going with in this game. The spacing's been perfect. Yeah, hopefully. So next year I'm going to try to see if I can go to the first round games in Providence next year. Jaylen Brown going to take a seat on the bench right now. First 9 minutes, pouring in a 19-point clip. Inbound, Hauser off the Holiday. Crossover behind his back. Floats it up over the top. Off to Cornette, and Cornette gets fouled. Luke Cornette will shoot 2 at the free throw line. If this was on the shot here, if it was on the floor, it will be an inbound. He was going up for the lob, and the referees will say it's not on the shot, actually. So it won't be on the shot on the lob attempt for the alley-oop look. It's going to be a foul picked up on the floor, so the Celtics will have to reset their offense. Holiday inbound to Tatum. Tatum's only attempted 1 shot so far today. Tatum been the go-to in the second half. Hauser takes the 3, no good. Big strong rebound with 1 arm by Luke Cornette, and Luke Cornette again gets fouled off the rebound in the post. Wow, Golden State recently picking up a rash of fouls. That is now, I believe, up to number 4 this first quarter as a team. Inbound to Cornette. Cornette at the top, puts the ball into the hands of Pritchard. First time on the floor today for Peyton Pritchard off to Tatum. Tatum backs his way mid-block. Tatum down inside the key. Tatum floats one up, leading in, gets the drop, good for two. Strong bucket right there for JT. Jason Tatum finally on the board. Only has played 6 minutes so far. No Porzingis, just spreading out the wealth throughout the team. Chris Paul backs his way on Pritchard. Bounce pass, deflected by Pritchard. Intercepted by Pritchard. It's a Chris Paul turnover. Pritchard up the floor, finds Holiday. Takes the three, transition. Off the mark, misfired. Rebound controlled by Quinones. And out of the pack, the Celtics pick up the reach-in, charge the Cornets. Choppy game as of late. Yeah, Jason Tatum's birthday today, and Jaylen Brown showing up in a big way in this game on Jason Tatum's birthday. Jason Tatum is going to be the closer today for the birthday boy in this game. I know he is. He's been closing out games lately. Struggled to get going in the first quarter, but once we get into the second, third, and fourth, he is just taking over. Pritchard, that's a hustle play. What comes up with a long defensive rebound. Up the floor now with Tatum. Tatum's got two on his birthday. Tatum dribbles up to the elbow. Tatum drives low block. He draws a double team. Tatum at the corner works on Clay now, 101. Tatum backs his way in Clay. Tatum, fall away, turn around. Off the rim, short. Quinones collects the defensive rebound. Abdul, welcome back in. Thanks for joining in, man. No problem. Welcome back to the stream. Tough shot, no good. Inside the key, missed by Kuminga. Pritchard receives the pass up the floor. Pritchard gallops in the open floor, puts one up, and he scores. Up and in off the backboard for two, out in transition by Peyton Pritchard. Final minute left to go in the first. Curry currently on the bench, building a 17-point lead for the Celtics right now. 55 seconds left to go. First quarter, just dominant performance at the TD Garden this Sunday afternoon. The Celtics on another level. How they've been scoring the ball recently and playing defense. 18-1 run in the last 5+ minutes. Handoff, Clay, double team, pass off the roll down. Trace Jackson Davis, blocked by Cornette at the rim. Here goes the Celtics. Holiday finds Pritchard, takes the three. Bang, bang, oh, he hits it. Peyton Pritchard, a laser from downtown. It's a 20-point first quarter lead. 42-22 to hold. Boston Garden goes wild. 10 made threes in the first quarter for the Celtics. 21-1 run in the last 5.5 minutes for Boston. Who is going to stop this team this season? That is the question. They have surged to another level after the All-Star break. 10 straight in a row. CP3, top of the key. 18 seconds left to go. For the shot clock, Chris Paul. Paul defended by Tatum. Paul jumper deep two. Blocked by Tatum. Back-to-back blocks by the Celtics defense. Pritchard off to Holiday. 5 seconds. Holiday. Handoff. Tatum back to Holiday off the roll down. Drew underneath with a left hand. Gets to the drop. It's good for two. Inside a low post by Drew. 44-22 as we close out at the end of the first quarter. The Boston Celtics on a 24-1 first quarter run to close out quarter one. What a start today. The team that's been a demon in all of them, preventing the Celtics in recent past history, the Golden State Warriors. The Celtics on another planet to start off this game for their home crowd at the end of the first quarter. Boston doubles up Golden State. An electric start for the Celtics. 10 made threes. Jaylen Brown, super aggressive on Jason Tatum's birthday. And if they could play like this, like all their games like this, I don't know how you're stopping Boston. The dominance right now of the Celtics without Porzingis. Something special. 19 by Brown in 8 minutes. 19 points by Jaylen Brown in 8 minutes, making 5 threes. He made half of the threes in the first quarter. 8 points by Derek White with 4 assists. 3 by Holiday. Actually, this is going to update here. Mine's a little bit behind on the box score, so that might not even be correct. Here we go. Yeah, Brown and White were correct. 19 by Brown, 8 by White, 5 by Holiday made the final buckets to close out the quarter. Tatum's got 2 so far. The birthday boy's only got 2. You know he's going to turn it up in the second, third, and fourth by Tatum after slow starts. Recently in the first quarter, he just goes off in the second, third, and fourth. 5 off the bench by Pritchard. Pritchard with a monster 3. The final minute to close out the quarter. 3 made by Hauser, 2 by Cornette. so far. Cordat filling in for Porzingis, coming up with a big block. Just total team basketball right now in this game, and Golden State cannot find its shot. This is concerning because the other teams that the Celtics have played recently, they have been able to find their shot, but they have not been able to match the Celtics because there's no way you can match mid-50s% against the Celtics team. If you're shooting the ball 33% from the floor, you ain't winning anything. And that's going to show in this game that deep twos aren't going to be the recipe for success in this matchup right now. Steph Curry's having an off game so far today as well. Curry, just 2 points on 1 for 6 shooting, 0 for 4 from 3. Moses Moody is the top scorer right now for Golden State with 7. Clay's got 4 by Kuminga, 2 by Green, 2 by Curry. And Curry's been locked down so far. Lester Quinones off the bench made a 3. Chris Paul has taken back-to-back deep twos, and he's got stuffed both of them by CP3. The first one, he bricked off the back rim way too long. The second shot, he got stuffed, blocked on the deep two by Drew Holiday, who came up with a block. The Celtics right now, this is just simply impressive because Porzingis has been the game changer this season, and without Porzingis, Boston today is just spaced out the floor still. They keep on spacing out the floor even though they're playing small out there, and they're going at the guts of Golden State. They just keep on attacking them all game long, driving and kicking, and they're making their shots, really feeling confident and really feeling aggressive out there, what they got. If you guys are new to the stream, make sure to smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe. If you guys would like to join the Behind the Arc Basketball Bracket Challenge, feel free to do so. That link is pinned to the chat. All are welcome to join the Behind the Arc Basketball Bracket Challenge. It is free to join the group, and feel free to do so. We got the link pinned to the chat for the ESPN Bracket Challenge group for the channel. March Madness is less than 2 weeks away for Selection Sunday, and under 3 weeks away from the round of 64 action beginning on Thursday, March 21st. Back to action, Golden State scores a quick bucket to begin the second quarter. Tatum baseline jumper missed off the rim short. CP3 with a defensive rebound. Chris Paul up the floor guarded by Hauser. Sends it on top off to Moody into the hands to Kuminga. Kuminga drives downhill to the rim. Kuminga lost it, and referees point in the Golden State direction that the Warriors will still have the ball. So right now, Steph Curry still on the bench at the moment for Golden State. Down by 20. The Warriors with their 5 on the floor. Kuminga, Moody, Thompson, Kevon Looney, and Chris Paul right now running the points for Golden State. Celtics with their 5. Peyton Pritchard, Jason Tatum, Sam Hauser, Drew Holiday, and Xavier Tillman. Newly acquired from Memphis out there. Tillman almost forced a turnover by Kuminga, though. Tillman commits to reaching. So not a clean steal there by Tillman. It will stay Golden State ball. Down to 11:03 left to go in the second. Golden State this season has been horrendous as well in the fourth quarter, blowing leads. So the Celtics right now have got them way up in this game. Paul passes down low off to Looney. Couldn't finish at the rim. He was wide open and missed a open layup there by Looney. Bricked it from point-blank range. Leads to an open 3, and the Celtics sink it. It's good. Trifecta from downtown by Sam Hauser. 47-24. Instead of 44-26 right now. A flip of the switch just like that. Follow-away 3, Clay. Bricked off the front rim, no good. A rebound secured by Pritchard. Pritchard gallops into open floor. Handoff to Tillman. Tillman at the top of the free throw circle. Moves it out to Pritchard, left wing perimeter. Pritchard bounce pass off to Tillman. Backs his way to smaller Chris Paul. Off the back rim, no good. A rebound secured by Thompson. That's one that he would love to have back for Xavier Tillman. 6'7", working on 6 foot Chris Paul. Inside the low post and a mismatch. Kuminga backs his way on Tatum. Inside a key turnaround shot. Fall away. Missed off the back rim. No good by Kuminga. Rebound controlled again by Pritchard. The smallest player in the court getting rebounds. Pritchard takes it to the rim. Scoop score. Up and off the backboard. Good for 2 more by Peyton Pritchard. And a timeout taken on the floor by Steve Kerr. 49-24. Peyton Pritchard taking over this game right now. Coast to coast off the rebound, right past Moses Moody, straight to the cup with a right-handed layup. Getting out of reach right now, doubling up. The Golden State Warriors, the Celtics, a machine on the court today. Peyton Pritchard bursting out of the scene. He's got 7 off the bench currently. The Celtics with 15 total bench points, 7 by Pritchard, 6 by Hauser, 2 by Cornette. Golden State with just 3 via the bench from Lester Quinones. What a beatdown in Beantown today. Let's keep on going, everybody. If you guys are new in the stream, smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe. I cannot believe what I'm seeing right now. 62% voting for Golden State. The Celtics, time after time after time, just keep on delivering. I mean, you're looking at every single game for the rest of this season after the NBA All-Star break, taking the Celtics in the points. That's what it's looking like right now. This team, there's just no match for any team in the NBA. By a landslide, the Celtics just on another level right now. This Golden State team, 8-2 in their previous 10 games, 13-3 in their last 16. Before this, the Dallas Mavericks, 8-2 in their previous 10 entering Friday night. The Celtics won by 28. Right now, the Celtics are up by 25. And we still got over 9 minutes left to go before halftime. Just an absolute machine for this team right now. Yeah, the Celtics have blown leads before. I've seen them blow leads at 24, 28, but they have blown leads this year, but they always shut the door. That's the difference between this Celtics team and teams from 2020, 2021, 22, and 23. Is that this Celtics team, they have blown 17 to 18 point leads this season, but when the game gets down 2, 3, 4, or 5 points, when in the final 8 minutes left to go in the fourth, they always seem to shut the door for the Celtics this year. This is just simply impressive without Porzingis, what they're doing right now. They had this game circled on their calendar. Like, without Porzingis, wow. This is just incredible how they've been playing right now. I like what Joe Mazzulla is doing with these guys. He is pushing them right now. We see his on-court conversation with Drew Holiday. He's pushing these guys right now. 28-3. The Celtics, since the 6-minute mark of the first quarter, have scored in the box score over Golden State. 28-3. Wow. At least it's not a football score right there since we're playing basketball. But yeah, you don't want to blow that lead on a gridiron in the Super Bowl. We get back to action. 4 seconds left to go on the shot clock for Golden State. Coming back from the timeout, Kuminga takes the jumper, puts one up, no good. Bricked it off the back rim as the shot clock was down to 0. Tatum slows it down. Crossover guarded by Quinones, one-on-one. Inside the key, gets past him with a left hand, scores for 2. Soared up for the basket inside a low post for JT. On a mismatch right there, working on Lester. 9 minutes left to go before halftime. The lob goes to Kuminga. Kuminga, kick out corner. Paul into the hands to Quinones. Outside, Chris Paul will shoot the 3. CP3, no good. Bricked it off the rim. The rebound controlled by Tillman. Up the floor here with Holiday. Holiday jacks up the 3 around the rim and out as Looney collects the defensive rebound. 5 on the floor for Boston. Tillman, Tatum, Holiday, Pritchard, and Hauser. Moses Moody on the floor with Kuminga, Quinones, Looney, and Paul. Steve Kerr right now still benching Steph Curry. Just makes no sense right now. You gotta need him. Your team's down by a landslide in this game. Paul, shot clock's down to 1. You gotta take a shot. If you're Moses Moody, he takes it. And anyway, it's gonna be an offensive foul committed with 0.7 on the shot clock charge to Golden State. That's now 2 possessions out of the previous 3 that the shot clock has gone down to at least 1 for Golden State. Poor shot clock management with Curry right now on the bench. Under 8:20 left to go. 13 assists to 0 turnovers. They had only 9 turnovers against Dallas on Friday for the Celtics. Tatum leans in. Tatum from the side gets fouled. And Kuminga picks up the shooting foul. Clock stops. We're down to 8:15. Frederick on the street. Welcome in. Wow, Diamond McCrab going for Bucks over Nuggets for his NBA Finals since the preseason. We'll see how the Bucks defense holds up in the first round against the Pacers. First one is good. At the line there for Tatum. And Tatum hasn't really gone off crazy in this game so far. It was the Jaylen Brown show in the first quarter. 19 points in the first 8 minutes that he played in the court today for Jaylen Brown. Second shot here at the line for Tatum. Free to number 2, right down the middle. 53-24, the Boston Celtics. Day in, day out, night in, night out. They're putting the nation on notice. The documentary in the offseason about The Last Dance being filmed in Boston with these players. The former Boston Celtics vets from a former time that used to play for the Celtics back in the building with Rajon Rondo and Paul Pierce helping out these guys in the offseason, commit to a game-winning, championship-winning mentality. Just looking for banner 18 for the Celtics, and today, an unbelievable performance so far this first half. Still a long way to go. Of course, this is just one game, but gonna feel that it's gonna be coming very soon. Tatum right to the rim, off the dribble drive, scores with a right-handed layup. 55-26. Under 7.5 left to go before halftime. The Celtics just on another level in this matchup. Xavier Tillman down the far side. Forces the turnover. Him and Pritchard, a miss pass. Committed there by Golden State. Steve Kerr thought it was touched by Tillman. It's a turnover committed by the Warriors. Inside the key, missed shot by the Celtics. Goes back to Golden State. Golden State down by 29 with just above 7 minutes left to go before halftime at the wing. Moses Moody attacks inside the paint, weaves his way, splits the defenders, and scores the layup. And right now, Curry is back into the game for Golden State. And Curry so far today has been shut down. Just 2 total points and 1 for 6 shooting in just 9 minutes. 14 assists by the Celtics so far. Tatum at the top of the key. Screen gets set by Tillman. Tatum dribbles inside the key now. Tatum down low. Tatum backs his way underneath. He scores once again on a mismatch over Quinones. Oh, it's so easy. Lester Quinones on a one-on-one versus Jason Tatum. Gonna have a better game plan than that. If you're Steve Kerr, you're gonna get blown out every single possession. And Tatum took a shot down the far side. Ooh. Oh boy. Jason Tatum, a little bit slow to get up, took a shot to the face. Let's see here to replay Curry. Yeah, Tatum trying to go in with a steal. You can't really see from that replay. Did Curry lower the shoulder into Tatum? Ooh, no. They just banged heads against each other. Tatum banged his mouth against Curry's head, trying to guard Curry as Tatum leaned in, tried to get the steal, and Tatum's mouth went directly to the back of Curry's head. Derek White had his mouth being checked out in the early stage of this game in the first quarter. Now Tatum, for a brief moment, was down due to his mouth, but he's back in right now. So he's okay. He's up, doing fine. Deflected off the inbound. The Celtics deflect it. And this Golden State team was 13-3 in their previous 16 games entering this matchup. Just Boston, had this game circled on their calendar for the fans here because unhappy about losing in overtime the first time out at Golden State late December. Flipping the switch here so far. Curry with a 3. Came off the rim short. He's 1 for 7 right out from the floors. Tillman collects the rebound. Celtics with a possession. It's actually Al Horford who got the rebound. So Horford on the floor, back in place of Tillman. White sends it out on top off the Tatum. Elevates for the J. Tatum right down the chute, delivers. Jason Tatum cans the 3 at 60-28. Talk about a no-show today in this game. Curry double teamed outside, intercepted by Tatum. Curry turns it over. Tatum at the top, slows it down as he's guarded by Draymond Green. Lob down low. Tatum finds Horford one-on-one. Horford turn around off the front rim, battle for the rebound. White in and out of his hands goes to Kuminga. A machine right now for the Celtics today. Kuminga off to Green. Green jumper baseline, too short. Shooting target range in this game, and Jonathan Kuminga not on spot today with his shots, as the Celtics here will burn a timeout under head coach Joe Mazzulla. Just total domination by the Celtics so far this first half. Jason Tatum up the floor, takes the three with a ton of space, takes it, and he makes it. Yup, the Dubs with a massive U. .5:26 left to go. Big yikes in this one if you're Golden State. And yet, a couple timeouts ago, 62% of the people who voted on this poll voted for Golden State. That number is up to 64% right now. Wow. That's crazy. If you're new to the stream, make sure to smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe, ring that notification bell if you guys would like to be notified for future live streams. Yep, they still have Draymond Green for Golden State. If you guys would like to be a part of the March Madness Bracket Challenge group, it's totally free to join. Feel free to click the link over there. I got it posted into the chat, so if anybody's interested, feel free to join that Behind the Arc Basketball Bracket Challenge group. Last year, we got over 70-plus people being a part of that. All you have to do is create an ESPN account if you haven't already done so, and then hit join over in the Behind the Arc Basketball Bracket Challenge group to be a part of it for the March Madness tournament. 19 by Jaylen Brown, 13 by Jason Tatum. They've combined for more points than what Golden State right now has on the board, with 28 total in this game. 32 between the Jays right now at this point, with 5:26 left to go before halftime. Steph Curry having a really tough game so far, just 2 points on 1 for 7 shooting, 0 for 5 from 3. And Jonathan Kuminga missing a lot of shots too, having an off game, just 6 points on 2 for 7 from the floor. The top scorer right now is Moses Moody for Golden State with 9 currently. And yeah, just difficult to watch if you're Golden State in this game, because they're just forcing up deep shot after deep shot, and they're bricking everything today. The Celtics keep on pushing it. They are pushing the ball up the throats of the Golden State defense. And 16-2 fast break points in favor of Boston. Boston spot on today with their threes, making 10 total threes in this. Or actually, no, that was the first quarter stat. That number's grown since they had 10 in the first quarter. They made 10 threes in the first quarter, up to 12 total in the game. They're shooting 63% from 3. Yeah, this one isn't even close. No ego in the stream. Welcome in. Golden State has been bricking everything. So I got Jerry Palm's bracket up there. So we just got the last 4 in: New Mexico, Utah, Colorado, and St. John's. Kind of shocking to see that 3 of those teams are in the bracket, honestly, between New Mexico, Colorado, and Utah. St. John's looking pretty good because they're relying with wins over Villanova, and Villanova's been playing much better recently. As we come back from the timeout, 60-28, make it 62-28 as Jaylen Brown cuts to the hoop, scores the layup. Jaylen, what can he do for you? He's got 21 in the first half, 19 in the first quarter, as Golden State scores on the runner. Celtics with the ball. Tatum off to White, lob down low. Brown guarded inside a key follow away. He takes it, he makes it for 2 over Saric. 64-30 right now. Draymond Green top of the key. Brown and Curry collide. So the refs blow the whistle. I believe it's on Brown who picks up the foul. Yeah, he hasn't. Providence hasn't been on Jerry Palm's bracket They weren't even in before for Jerry Palm. So they weren't even, I don't even think they were in the first 4 out leading up to Saturday's game. It's so weird. It's a 34-point lead right now. We've seen the Celtics blow leads before this season of 17 and 18, but when it's come down to 8 minutes left to go in the fourth quarter this season, they've always seemed to shut the door compared to years like 2020, 2021, 2022, and 2023. They blow those 28-point leads, and they choke those games away. But this year, they would blow it to like a 2 or 3 or 4-point game in the fourth quarter, and then they start to make the comeback. Oh, boy. Jaylen Brown got knocked down. He's holding his knee right now. For Jaylen, and good to see he's able to get helped out on his feet. Let's see here. Jaylen. I got tripped up by Draymond Green. Jaylen Brown just got flung down by Draymond Green on the floor. The referees didn't check it any further. Should have checked that to see if that should have been a flagrant there. Brown came up with a steal, so he's okay right now for Jaylen down low over to Holiday, and he scores up and in off the glass. Good for 2. Wow. Celtics caught a big-time break right there because Jaylen, by the looks of it, that did not look good how he was holding his knee, but wow, he's a warrior out there on the floor, fighter more so. Grinded it out. Bounce pass down low, inside, Horford off the turnaround, pivot up and in off the glass, scores for 2 more. This game is just insane. 68-32. Curry lost the handle. Curry at midcourt. Oh, it's a backcourt violation committed by Steph Curry. Turnover by Golden State. Celtics got Steph Curry rattled up big time so far in this matchup here, and we got a timeout taken on the floor by Golden State. Curry tried to dribble behind his back right at the Celtics logo, lost the handle of it, and it hit the midcourt line. It's a backcourt violation. Great half-court pressure defense right there by Jaylen Brown, pressuring Steph Curry, picking him up at midcourt for the ball handler. Timeout on the floor here. Down to 3:26 left to go. And, oh my goodness, did they have this game circled on their calendar or what? 23 by Jaylen Brown, 13 by Jason Tatum, after he just had 2 in the first quarter for Tatum, up to 13 now. They're converting on 59% of their shots. Like, without Porzingis. I mean, this is just something special to watch right here. Hey, what's good? Edith on the stream. Welcome in. Thanks for stopping by. So I'm going to see here. Last 4 out over in Lunardi. Yeah, he doesn't even have Providence listed. He's got Seton Hall, Iowa, Villanova, and Wake Forest. I mean, Wake Forest has taken all the hits possible. Lost against Notre Dame, lost against Virginia Tech, yet they're still even in consideration at this point. Is quite interesting. And then Iowa's made their way up to just outside the bracket. 59% shooting by the Celtics. This Golden State team just cannot buy a basket, settling for way too many deep shots, missing them throughout. 35% from the floor. A lot of deep twos by Golden State so far today. Back to action. Celtics with under 3.5 before halftime with the basketball. Tatum on the floor with Horford, Holiday, White, and Brown. Crossover, Tatum, top of the key, working on Saric. Step back, 3 in the air. Money! Jason Tatum rips down the 3. 71-32 Boston. 3 minutes left to go before halftime. 16 by Tatum, perfect. 2 for 2 from the perimeter. Leaner inside, Green, no good. Drew contact, though, in the foul. So Draymond Green will shoot 2 coming up at the free throw line. Haven't seen too many free throws at all in this game. Golden State perfect. 3 for 3. Boston perfect. 4 for 4. 14 in the quarter by Tatum after just 2 in the first quarter. Yeah, Villanova had those 3 quad losses like back in November. And all those teams, Penn, LaSalle, and Temple, all those teams are like local teams, like not too far away from Villanova, like right in the area. Jello in the street, welcome in. Paulie, welcome back in. Free throws go down by Green. Brad Stevens up in the box suites. Gotta love what he's seeing right now out of this team. 13 made threes by the Celtics out of 23-point shot attempts. Tatum looking for number 14. Step back in the air. Takes it, and he drills it. Jason Tatum, back-to-back step-back threes. Same exact spots. Golden State, horrific defense. Curry launches the three, catching fire. Bricked off the back rim too long. Curry forgot what he had to have for breakfast today or so. Horford bounce as he passes underneath over to the open Jaylen Brown. Too easy over CP3. Scores for the easy two. Mismatch down under. Top of the key, Chris Paul working on Derek White 101. This game looking like Game 7 between Dallas and Phoenix from a couple years ago in the playoffs where one team showed up, the other did not. Curry at the corner takes the three, skidded off the rim, no good. Holiday comes out with a defensive rebound. Off to Tatum. Tatum crosses midcourt. Tatum at the top, crossover, working on Saric and another mismatch. Tatum, edge of the midcourt logo, guarded by Saric, now switch guarded by the smaller Chris Paul. Tatum drives on Paul, jumper. Out, or no, he dished it out to the wing, over to White. White takes it, and he sinks it. Jason Tatum went into a jump shot motion at the last second. Passed it off to the wing, off to Derek White, who took the three off the catch and fire, delivered. 15th made three of the first half right now. Boston season average is 16. Insane game so far by the Celtics. Pass behind his back. Green sets up Curry. Outside, Curry now has it once again. Curry from the TD Garden logo. Again, missed another three. Offensive rebound. Moody puts it in, scores for two, plus the foul. 79-36. One shot here by, I know it's by Gary Payton, the second, number 0, who got the putback. Yeah, this is horrific. This is absolutely horrific for Golden State. This is going to be the first round game. Whoever plays Houston in the first round game for the 1 versus 16, this is what the score is going to be throughout that game. Free throw misfired. No good by GP2. Celtics in the final minute, 10 left to go before halftime. Curry just 2 for 12 shooting on 0 for 8 from 3, just 4 points. Tatum moves it across the floor off to Holiday. Top of the key, Horford. Horford gonna try a three. Horford off the back rim, too strong. A rebound collected by Paul off the long rebound. 2-on-1, floats it up over the top in transition. And GPT soars up, puts it in for 2. He almost missed the alley-oop right there. That was almost a little bit too strong off the glass. 45 seconds left to go. Boston gonna slow it down. 14 for 21 this quarter for the Celtics. Tatum, top of the key, working on Green. Tatum takes the three over Green. Tatum got fouled. Tatum's gonna shoot 3 here at the free throw line as Draymond Green gets his shooting hand. In the process, Green talking right to the officials about the call. Yup, he got him directly in the shooting arm, on the wrist right there. Tatum launched, Green got him on the wrist. And this will be 3 free throws coming up by Tatum. Green is still irate right now at the officials. You could clearly see got his wrist on the replay. First free throw is good. What's good, Renee in the stream? Welcome in. Thanks for finding the stream. Yeah, rip to Quinnipiac in the first round there. Second shot's good. Third free throw upcoming by Tatum, and he drills all 3 of them. 82-38. That's going to be a first-round NCAA tournament final score with a 1 versus 16. Probably Houston being the one winning that game, moving on to the second round. Bounce pass out the wing. Goes over to Green at the baseline. Outside finds Curry. Curry took the 3, came up rim short. 18 seconds left to go now as the Celtics collect the rebound. Game clock's a little bit ahead of my clock here currently. Tatum crosses midcourt. Curry with just 4 points, missing 11 shots in the first half. Jaylen Brown set the tone early on. Brown, crossover, working on Saric. Brown passes left corner. Oh, you left Derek White wide open at the buzzer. Took the 3, no good. Around the rim and out, and we close at the end of the first half. Lopsided as it can get right now. The Boston Celtics 82. Season high for any half in the first half this season. 82 for the Celtics. Yes, you are reading this correctly. The Golden State Warriors 38. We go into halftime right now, and my oh my, did the Celtics have this game circled on their calendar or what? And Golden State 13-3 in their last 16 games, a clear no-show in the first half of tonight's action. Wow. Jaylen Brown early on set the tone. He had 19 points in the first 8 minutes that he played on the floor for Jaylen. Goes into halftime with 25. He's got 3 straight games with at least 30 for Jaylen. 5 threes total so far the first half. Tatum perfect, 3 for 3 from 3 with 22. 11 by Derek White. 44-point largest halftime lead in Celtics history right now. A big, gigantic ew for Golden State. The biggest of every single big one of them. They had a massive ew back in their 2022 NBA playoff run. They won the championship, the Western Conference Finals against Memphis. The game that Steve Kerr was out. They trailed as many by 55 at one point in the game. But this is a 44-point blowout at halftime right now. Just incredible what the Celtics are doing. This team looks like an absolute machine right now. 15 made threes. They're 62.5% from 3. This is going to be a game that the starters are going to get benched probably towards like the end of the third or the start of the fourth quarter. Like, these starters aren't going to be in for much longer. If the Celtics can, probably once Boston reaches 100 or so, if it's like 100 to 55 or something like that, then we're probably going to see the bench for the remaining part of this game, I would imagine, or so. But yeah, they had this game totally circled on their calendar. Just 1 total turnover, coming off a game where they had 9 total turnovers. And yeah, nobody's been a match for the Celtics after the All-Star break. They've that's the time where guys get tired. We hit the reset button. A good break there from action to be energized, get some rest, go get back to what's been helping out the team, and be able to just energize yourself for this long run. And this is one of the long runs that you have throughout the course of a NBA season. You get the first long run starting in late October when the season opener starts. You get that long run leading up to the All-Star break. So October 25 all the way up to the All-Star break in mid-February. And then after that, your go time. February 22 for the Celtics all the way up to April 14th. Go time right there for the Celtics. You lock up the 1 seed probably or so around March 25. So you're around probably like 3 weeks away, if you keep on playing like this, from locking up the number 1 seed home court for the Eastern Conference, at least. And then after that, after the 14th, you do have that week off if you're the Celtics, because you get the playing games going on, another chance to re-energize, develop a game plan for whoever comes out and gets that 8 seed and has to go to you for the first 2 games as a 1 seed, and you have your playoff series too. And that's the other part of the grind, is April 21st through mid-June for the NBA playoffs. Yeah, there's no mercy rule yet in the NBA. So how we have in like collegiate sports, college baseball, there's the 10-run rule that they have. They have that in Little League. In lacrosse, for women's lacrosse, when a team gets up by 10 goals or greater, they go to a running clock in women's lacrosse. But they don't do anything in basketball for any sort of like mercy rule that there is. Yeah, Tatum's got slow starts to his games. So far for Tatum, just keeps on getting better and better throughout the course of the game. But also, with that slow start, he hasn't attempted many shots. Like, he only had attempted 1 shot through like the first 9 minutes tonight for Tatum. Yeah, I think it was the game against the Knicks the previous Saturday where he didn't even attempt a shot for like the entire first quarter. He had like no shot attempts for Tatum. So yeah, part of that has to do with other teammates because we know what Jason Tatum's capable of, being able to put the ball into the basket at a high rate and drop down 26 to 30 throughout on like a consistent basis for Tatum usually. And right now he's got 22 at the half for JT. But seeing his other teammates really step up, it's been helpful a ton. Jaylen Brown is, after the All-Star break, Jaylen Brown's really accelerated his game to another level right now. Jaylen's got 25 right now at halftime, and he had 19 points in the first 8 minutes today. Hey, what's good? Jomar in the stream, welcome in. Vegas, welcome back to the channel here, man. Quick update for you guys. Feel free, if you guys would like, we get the Behind the Arc Basketball Bracket Challenge group once again up there for March Madness. If anybody's interested in joining the Behind the Arc Basketball Bracket Challenge group for the ESPN Tournament Challenge, feel free to do so. That link is posted into the chat. All you have to do is create an ESPN account if you don't have one. If you do have an ESPN account, all you have to do is click the link and then hit join the group to become a part of the Behind the Arc Basketball Bracket Challenge group. And when you create your bracket, just put down your channel name or like your name or so, if possible. We usually do it for fun here on the channel every single year. Last year, I think we got over like 70 plus people who are part of the Behind the Arc Basketball Bracket Challenge group. Oh yeah, this is totally shocking right now because Golden State have been playing well recently. Yeah, Golden State, this is crazy. Like, I know the Celtics are incredible, but I mean, this looks like one of those scores where like number one powerhouse team in the nation takes on a mid-major who's in like the 300s for college basketball. This is what this looks like right now in terms of a score. Like, this is not even close. Like, this is an NBA game. These guys are getting paid. Go out there, millions and millions of dollars. And to show up like this on the road, this is just tragic for Golden State. On the Sunday afternoon marquee matchup in an NBA Finals rematch from 2 years ago, everybody in national TV, it's a national televised game, and they're watching, and this is just a total abomination right now for Golden State. Clippers beating the T-Wolves 49-48. And once again, this is another way that the Celtics are sending America and the entire world a message. They're sending the world a message here that, yeah, nobody's going to mess with the Celtics this year. I mean, the Celtics are looking like business. Yeah, this is looking like the varsity squad versus the freshman squad out there. Oh, wow, so they have a running clock. Yeah, that's understandable. So in high school, thanks for the update there, BM. So high school has a running clock when one team gets up by 35. Yeah, I feel like they should institute that more for, like, blowouts. I covered a men's lacrosse game yesterday, and the team that I covered was up 14-2 at one point. That was shocking because the team that they played was 2-0, and they had played the same opponent the week before, and the team that I announced for lost that game on the road 11-9. The other opponent that they won yesterday had won against that same opponent on the road 10-9, and the team that I announced for was up 14-2 yesterday. They ended up winning 17-8 was the final score. Yeah, they had a lot of like late goals in the fourth quarter and garbage time or so, but yeah, it wasn't even close. But one of the kids was unbelievable. He scored a career high 7 goals through the first 3 quarters, just insane. But yeah, I think we're gonna have to see like running clock a lot in the future, because I was saying earlier, I know they have that for college lacrosse on running clock, just for women's though, when there's a 10 goal advantage. Oh, football, they have it for, yeah, they have it for high school football when a team gets up by 50, I believe. That's what they have for mass for the high school football. Yeah, because Thanksgiving, one of the games a couple of years ago I announced for Thanksgiving, and the score is like, or it might be like 35 or 40. The score was something like 50-7 at one point for a Thanksgiving game, and then they went running clock for like the last like 13 minutes. Yeah, tough one yesterday. Providence definitely gonna need to win these last two. Gotta win on Tuesday. If they lose that one, they're not even gonna be close to the bracket, and then they're gonna make it at least close against UConn. But preference there, you have to win that game to get back into the bracket for Providence. I mean, you have a chance. You see, Providence, they need to win against Georgetown. But even if they do lose against UConn, if teams in front of them slip up, they can still get in. But then once again, you're gonna have bid stealers in the bracket. That's why like the first four out right now aren't even safe. Like Villanova, Utah, Colorado, St. John's. Those are the first four out currently. Or Joe Lunardi actually is gonna have to switch Providence. So he switched Providence for Villanova. So first four outs now: Providence, Utah, Colorado, St. John's. Actually, I wonder if Providence. See, Lunardi's got. He hasn't updated. I wonder if how far back he's got Wake Forest in New Mexico, because both of those teams lost yesterday. I don't think New Mexico makes it to the bracket. They got swept twice against UNLV, and then they had that terrible loss last week against Air Force. And then Wake Forest had that big win against Duke at home, but they haven't proven anything on the road for them. So I think they're in some serious trouble for Wake Forest. I think they'll be the 1 seed in the NIT for them, honestly. They always seem to come up short every single year. Charles, welcome in. Thanks for stopping by, man. Yes, I think the Celtics can beat the Nuggets. That's on Thursday this week, 10 o'clock start time. So that's going to be a huge game. But if both of the teams match up in the finals, I think the Celtics got the opportunity this year to win the finals. It's so tough to play in Denver, but I mean, this Celtics team is on another level right now. They look like business recently. I go Mississippi Valley State there for them. Detroit Mercy, when they won their first game of the season, they had two guys storm the court at the end of that game. Just two people stormed the court. Also Virginia, because Providence yesterday lost against Villanova. I mean, Virginia, they got destroyed by Duke. That's concerning for Virginia. I think they could be out too. Like Wake Forest, Virginia, New Mexico, those three are going to be out. All depends what Providence can do against UConn, because we're going to see bid stealers. Definitely from the A10, we're going to see a bid stealer like George Mason or somebody out of the A10 take a bid, because I don't think Dayton's going to win the A10 outright for the conference tournament. So there's one bid stealer. Maybe VCU gets in out of the A10. Loyola Chicago, they could certainly get in out of the A10. So somebody's going to win that conference tournament probably other than Dayton. You could see a bid stealer as well out of the American too. Florida Atlantic hanging on to an at-large right now. That's concerning if they lose early on in their conference tournament. UCF, USF, South Florida, that should be enough to get them in. I know they don't have like quality victories, but they only got 5 losses for them. That should be enough, honestly, for them to get in. And they did have a terrible loss against Maine, but that was like the first week of the season. They lost against Maine for South Florida right there. But yeah, I'm not feeling any of the A10 teams. They've always lacked in the tournament every single year. Like lately, they've been one and done. But besides that Richmond team that upset Iowa, because classic Iowa always like loses in the first round or so. But yeah, the American, you could possibly see Memphis get back in if they win their conference tournament. If it's not South Florida or Florida Atlantic, it could potentially be like another team like North Texas or UAB or Charlotte. So it's completely wide open there. UAB, yep. And then if there's like random teams coming out of conferences, Ohio State's looking pretty good recently out of the Big Ten. They could, if Purdue and some of the teams at the top of the Big Ten falter for some reason in their conference tournament, maybe a team like Ohio State can come out of nowhere and win the Big Ten conference tournament or something like that. So there's going to be a couple bid stealers. I think most notably A10 and American, probably. And then Indiana State out of the Missouri Valley. I don't know if it's going to be enough for them if they lose in their conference tournament. Depends on if it's to Drake, if it's to Bradley, or to some other team. It all depends or so. But yeah, Richmond, they upset a couple of years ago. They upset Iowa, and that was the year after Luka Garza, because Iowa won that conference championship the year after. And I think Richmond, they were in a couple bracketologies because they're at the top of the conference alongside Loyola Chicago right now. Loyola Chicago was dead last in their first year to A10 last year, and now they're at the top of the conference. So here we go, a 44-point lead. This is not a typo if you guys are joining in. This is the start of the third quarter. It's 82-38 Boston in total domination. Trayce Jackson-Davis inside the key puts up the shot. So we start off the third, and he scores for two. 60% shooting by Boston, just 36% by Golden State. 15 made threes by the Celtics in the first half. Just 3 made threes by Golden State, and only 2 points scored by Steph Curry in the first half. Jaylen Brown takes the three. It came off the rim. Short rebound control by Kuminga. So if you guys are on the stream for the first time in this one right now, a 42-point lead. This is not the typo. Trayce Jackson-Davis down low over. Horford scores with a left-hand layup. They get the rookie from Indiana. Back-to-back buckets for him on the board for TJD. White slides it off to Horford. It's White, Horford, Tatum, Brown, and Holiday. Right now, Curry is currently on the bench to start off the third. Holiday touch pass, quarter three. White, rainbow, sinks it on the three ball at the quarter. Another assist to rack up to the total today for the Celtics. Derek White's got 14. Corner three by Moody, bricked off the back rim. Offensive rebound controlled by Jackson-Davis, who scored the previous 2 points. Moody accelerates to the cup, scores the layup, plus got fouled. Are they going to count this or no? I thought they were at first here, but they won't. So actually, Boston picked up the foul before the shooting motion, inbound there by Golden State, so they've erased the two. It was a reach-in before the shooting motion, and the Celtics pick up the steal. Horford takes the three, rolls in as he makes it. 88-42. 46-point lead with just above 10 minutes left to go. 17th made three of the game. Pass down low, Kuminga missed off the glass. Great challenge there defensively by Horford. Celtics with a possession up the floor. White finds Tatum. Tatum backs his way down on Lester Quinones at the baseline. Fall away, tough shot by Tatum, and he makes it. JT, the birthday boy, puts the Celtics up to 90 on the board. Chris Paul drives down low, double clutch past Derek White, scores the layup. Looked like he tried to make it more complex than what it seemed right there for Chris Paul. White, bounce pass, backdoor, watch out, throwing it down with a right-handed flush by Jaylen Brown. Derek White with another assist. Jaylen Brown sends it down with authority for JB with 27 points now. Golden State just has no answer in this matchup. Chris Paul Lobs it to the middle, deflected, intercepted by the Celtics. It's another CP3 turnover. 4-on-2 up the floor, spin move, Brown, kick out, wing, open three, Tatum takes it, and he buries it, baby. JT, the birthday boy from downtown, Jaylen Brown with an assist. Under 9 minutes left to go. Tatum's got 27, perfect from the perimeter on 4 for 4 from the outside, 9 for 12 total shooting in this game. Quinones drives, floats it up over the top. He got altered by White, but White gets called on the goaltend. So Lester Quinones scores the 2 off the floater. That looked very close right there. Very close to being a block by Derek White. Tatum has it at the top. 95-46. This score is not a typo. Step back 3 in the air. Tatum skidded off the rim. White came down with a rebound, poked out of his hands. Knocked out of bounds by Quinones. 54 points combined between the Jays. The duo is outscoring Golden State as a team with 46 right now. Tatum inbounds it off to the top to Jaylen. Brown guarded by Chris Paul. Jaylen Brown gets past Chris Paul, soars up at the rim, scores the layup as he splits defenders to the cup. 97-46. Oh my goodness. Cross-court pass off to Moody. Jab step takes the 3. Moses. Off the rim, no good. Offensive rebound control by Jackson Davis. Moves it off to Paul. Paul at the wing, working on Tatum. Chris Paul sends it across the floor off to Quinones. Quinones hoists up a 30-footer, bricks it off the back iron. Offensive rebound, putbacks there by Jackson Davis. 97-48 with under 8 minutes left to go in the third. Derek White. Hand off Jaylen Brown. Jaylen Brown tapping into his aggressiveness in this game. Passes down the hill underneath. Spin move. Al Horford over Jackson Davis scores the 2. 99-48, assist after assist after assist. 25 assists in this game with the Celtics. Not even midway through the third right now, and 63% shooting, 27 assists on 37 made field goals. Missed shot by Golden State, saved at the baseline with the Celtics, and Boston will burn a timeout on the floor. 99-48. This game did not change or what? 17-10 third quarter start for the Celtics as we have the first timeout to begin the third. Oh my goodness. The part that's mind-boggling is that 57% voted for Golden State and 43% voted for Boston. Usually, the majority of my polls, 9 out of 10 usually are Celtics all the way. And tonight, most people took Golden State for this one. Wow. If you're new in the stream, smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe, ring that notification bell. And thanks all for joining in tonight. If anybody's interested, feel free to join the Behind Your Basketball Bracket Challenge group. That link is posted into the chat. If anybody's interested in joining, it is up there right now. All are welcome to join. It is totally free to join. All you have to do is click the link if you don't have an ESPN account. Create an ESPN account, and then if you do, just click join the group once you have that ESPN account, and then you're able to join the Behind Your Basketball Bracket Challenge group to be a part of the NCAA Tournament Bracket Challenge. Selection Sunday is 2 weeks away on March the 17th, and then brackets will lock at 12 p.m. noontime on Thursday, March 21st. Woof. Yeah, Golden State, at one point, they allowed the Celtics to go on a 24-1 run, and that's where the game just completely fell apart. Yeah. Might as well hang this one up if you're Golden State, move on to the next game. It's incredible what the Celtics have done. Like, if you're a betting man out there, I think now you got to take the Celtics and the points until the Celtics play a close game with somebody, because recently the opponents in the points hasn't really worked out that way. It's been Boston just demolishing teams lately. And this is a Golden State team that had been winning a bunch of games and not really losing that much recently. And when they had been losing, it had been mostly close games. They lost against Denver last Sunday by 16. They were up in that game. And then other than that, they lost against the Clippers on Valentine's Day by 5, lost in overtime to begin the month of February at the Hawks by 7, lost in double overtime 145-144 against the Lakers on January 27th, lost against Sacramento by 134-133. And they've really turned the corner for Golden State in their last 16. They're 13-3. And then today, I don't know what happened. Forgot to game plan for this matchup or what for Golden State, but simply just not prepared for this game here for Steve Kerr and his team today. And Jason Tatum right now, not even with his suit on, I think they're going to rest Tatum remaining part of this game most likely. Yeah, they get the bench out here. The Celtics, that's what they said. Once the score gets to, I had said 100-55. Once the score gets to that, they'll probably rest their starters. That's exactly what they're doing right now. It's even worse. It's 99-48. Even worse for Golden State, right there. Golden State just came up with a steal. This is the 5 on the floor for the Celtics. Peyton Pritchard, Svi Mykhailiuk, O'Shea Brissett, Luke Cornett, and Sam Hauser. So they got their reserves right now in the game. There's some energy. Moses Moody soars up, flushes it home with a right-handed finish. Haven't seen that all game long until that dunk right there by Moody. Cornett outside finds Hauser. Hauser guarded by Quignone, sends it off to Pritchard. Pritchard off to Hauser at the TD Garden logo. Hauser jacks up the 3 around the rim and out to rebound controlled by Moody. Golden State first to get to 50 before the Celtics get to 100. Golden State just jacks up a 3, came up rim short. Off the mark by Chris Paul. Celtics looking for triple digits here. Peyton Pritchard, top of the key, across the floor, off to Mykhailiuk, fade away, swoosh. Svi Mykhailiuk on the board, makes the 3. 102-50 for Boston. Midway through the third right now, the total domination, annihilation of a game here what the Celtics are doing, destroying Golden State. Boston came up with a rebound. Pritchard inside the key. Pritchard moves it back out to the top 2%. Off to Cornett. Cornett outside finds Hauser. Hauser to his left with some space. Jacks up the 3 over Saric. Missed off the rim short. Rebound controlled by Chris Paul. Paul running the unit now, lobs it down low to Saric, bouncing bodies low post off of Hauser, outside to the top to Paul, bounce past Saric, turnaround shot, bounces in, and 1 coming up as he got it a drop, good for 2 by Dario Saric. 50-point Celtics lead. If you're just tuning in, the Celtics are shooting 61% from the floor. They've made 19 threes midway through the third. And Golden State is 3 for 24 from three-point range on 38% shooting, and the free throw is no good. Missed off the rim by Saric, rebound controlled by Boston. Celtics will slow it down. O'Shea Brissett, the ball handler. Steph Curry, super off game today for Curry with just 4 points in 17 minutes on 2 for 13 shooting. Hopefully you weren't relying on Curry for fantasy purposes in this game to take your fantasy league in the final matchups today on Sunday. Layups made on the opposite side of the floor for Golden State. And yeah, the crazy part about it is Vegas points it out. Celtics didn't even have Porzingis today for this game, and they're blowing him out like this. Missed corner 3 off the mark by Mykhailiuk twice in a row as we're down to 4.5 left to go in the third. Yup, might as well give the Water Boys some minutes in this game here. Chris Paul, guarded at the wing by Cornett. Paul dishes it out on top to Saric. 5 in the shot clock. Saric drives downhill on Brissett. Saric gets it up and scores. Yeah, Porzingis is here, so he's at the TD Garden, just not playing tonight for Porzingis, but hey, didn't even need him anyway, based on the score here, and wow, just impressive what the Celtics did today in this game. Peyton Pritchard, he'd be a starter on most teams, drives right to the rim, scores up with the left hand, scoop score, up and in off the backboard, gets the layup. Peyton Pritchard really showing something off the bench in this matchup, up to now 7 off the bench. Seems like he's got more than what he has with just 7. so far this game. Lob down low off to Saric. Saric held up by Pritchard as Pritchard picks up the foul. Just absolutely love what I'm seeing throughout the entire course of this game. The game before, the game before that, the game before that, and the game before that to kick off post-All-Star break. Just impressive what the Celtics have done. 11 straight after this one. The corner three connects on it. Goodbye. Santos at the corner for the Warriors. Under 3.5 left to go in the third. We still got 15.5 minutes under left to go in this game as Pritchard drives baseline, bumped into an opponent for the Warriors, gets fouled. Jerome Robinson, number 18, the one who picked up the reach and foul. If anybody's interested, feel free to join the Behind the Arc Basketball Bracket Challenge group for March Madness. It's free to sign up. It's over on ESPN.com. If you have an ESPN account, all you have to do is sign up and then hit join the group for the Behind the Arc Basketball group for the Behind the Arc Basketball Men's Tournament Challenge for March Madness. If you don't have an ESPN account, all you have to do is sign up on ESPN.com, create an account, and then click Join Group to be a part of the Behind the Arc Basketball Bracket Challenge group. That link is pinned in the chat if anybody is interested in it as well. Quarter three, Hauser off the Pritchard, stepped out of bounds. His back foot by Pritchard. They will not count the three. 2:51 left to go. We have a timeout on the floor as well. Head to the timeout here. Boston Celtics. Right from the opening tip. Demolishing Golden State. I actually shouldn't say right from the opening tip because it was close and competitive. It was like 21-19. The Celtics were leading. And then the Celtics went on a 24-1 run at one point in the first quarter. And that's where it got out of control. Feel free to join back in tomorrow night. Tomorrow night, I plan on covering some college hoops with Big 12 action. Number 15, Baylor hosting Texas. If you guys would like to tune in for that one, feel free tomorrow night at 9 p.m. Eastern Time. Next stream for the NBA will be Celtics hosting Cavs on Tuesday at 7:30. Feel free to join in if you guys would like for that one. Yep, so Ron left here for 10 minutes, and holy smokes, Celtics have rested their starters. They have put the reserves into the game, and they are just blowing the doors off Golden State today. The question here for Golden State is whether they're even going to make the playoffs this year. Right now, they're 9th in the West. A setback game today, and they were cooking lately. But just like the Celtics broke the Mavs, and the Mavs lost to the Sixers today after going 8-2 in their previous 10 before Friday night, it looks like the Celtics may have broken Golden State. Celtics got a big schedule upcoming after this. This is one of those just demoralizing losses if you're Golden State. You gotta keep the right mindset that you are plugging away at before this game. Yeah, I forgot to mention the ACC. Syracuse, indeed. Potential ACC bid stealer. Yeah, they've been playing much better recently for Syracuse. Clippers leading the T-Wolves 63-62. That's the only other game going on right now. The Mavs went into Dallas in the road, the Sixers went into Dallas in the road game today, and Philadelphia won by 4, 120-116 for the Sixers without Joel Embiid. They had Tyrese Maxey. He missed some time in today's game as he got injured, returned back into the game for Maxey, and they still won. So massive road trip coming up for Boston. This is their final out of 3 at home for their homestand. I'll be back covering the Celtics on Tuesday night on the road at Cleveland. Obviously, that's a massive game because Boston is at the top of the Eastern Conference by a landslide. They're looking to gain some more separation over Cleveland, who is right now number 2. 8 games behind the Celtics still in the East. So the Celtics with a win there could be 9 games above Cleveland after Tuesday. And Celtics got a massive game looking for revenge against Denver. Denver beat the Celtics back in January. on a Friday night, and the Celtics take on Denver on Thursday. That's a late game at 10 p.m. Quick update here. Unfortunately, I won't have that game on Thursday night because I got to get up for work early in the morning on Friday, so I won't be able to cover that one upcoming on Thursday. Yeah, they got very few late games that they tip off at 10 for Boston. So this will be their 11th straight win in a row for the Celtics. So they got Cleveland. So they're at Cleveland on Tuesday, at Denver on Thursday, at Phoenix on Saturday. That should be a good one. The primetime game, 8:30 p.m. Another opportunity, national TV, for the Celtics to make a statement on national TV. Next 4 games actually are either on ABC or TNT for the Celtics, so you know that they're going to come out and be showing the world what they got, trying to pummel some more opponents once again. And then at Portland on Monday, March 11th. Luckily, that game's at Portland, because if it was at Boston, who knows what will happen. And it's at Boston on April the 7th, because by then, who knows what will happen. But Boston will probably have the number 1 seed locked in by then, I would imagine, by that time. I've been saying around March 25th, potentially they might have the 1 seed locked up, honestly, in the East. Let's see here. I'm going to count down the dates. Peyton Pritchard drives right to the rim. Scoop score up and in with a right-hand layup. Finishes at the rim for 2 by Pritchard. So right now, an 8-game advantage for the Celtics. Missed 3 by Sarge off the front rim. Pritchard with it as we're down to 2 minutes left to go in the third. Pritchard, Brissett, outside goes Hauser. Laces the 3. Right down the chute. Delivers. Bang, bang, baby by Sam Hauser. 109-60. Jimmy, welcome on the stream. Thanks for joining in, man. That's the 20th made 3 today for the Celtics. Just 4 for 17 by Golden State. Yeah, this game is just lit here for Boston. I mean, you couldn't play a perfect game for the Celtics today without Porzingis. By the way, they're crushing Golden State without Porzingis. I mean, this is just simply impressive. I said that during the last game. Incredible win over Dallas, winning by 28. Dallas was 8-2 in their last 10. Golden State came into this game 8-2 in their last 10 as well. And you're minus Porzingis and you're winning like this. Like, wow, you're up by 49 right now. So this is what they got. Next 5 on the road after today. At Cleveland on Tuesday, at Denver on Thursday, at Phoenix next Saturday, at Portland on Monday, March 11th, and then they finish off the road trip at Utah on Tuesday, March the 12th. So right now, Boston's 8 games ahead of Cleveland and Milwaukee at the moment. Let's see here. Washington, Charlotte, New York, Milwaukee. I'm going backwards in the schedule starting at April 14. We'll have a timeout taken on the floor as well. So Washington, April 14, Charlotte, New York, Milwaukee, Portland. This is going backwards in the schedule starting with the final game. That's 5. Sacramento, OKC, Charlotte. So 8-game advantage. They could, if they keep that 8-game advantage, they could have the Eastern Conference wrapped up by April 1st. That is. Yeah, I've been saying March 25. Potentially they could have it wrapped up. So that would have to be 9 games would be New Orleans on the 30th. 28 with the Hawks on March 28th. That's 10. 11. So, yeah. If they're 11 games above Cleveland by March 25, they would have the East wrapped up. So, if they can stretch it from 8 to 11, they could have this whole conference wrapped up by Monday, March 25th afterwards. Or if they're still up by 8, they could have the whole conference wrapped up 2 weeks before the end of the regular season on April 1st. Herden on the stream, welcome in. We got Ron on the stream, welcome in. Glad to have you guys in the channel. Yeah, and Golden State have been playing well lately, and Celtics just had this game circled on their calendar, and holy smokes. Wow. I think if you're a betting man out here, you gotta just take the Celtics and the points as many games as possible until they finally play a close game. I think that's what we're looking at right now, because after the All-Star break, every single win's been by double digits. 17-point win at Chicago after the All-Star break. 14-point win at New York the Saturday prior. Won by 18 against Philly on Tuesday. And then they're coming off a 28-point win against Dallas. Like, and plus the Celtics have 2 games remaining against the Hawks. They have 2 games remaining against Washington, 2 against Detroit, 2 against Charlotte, 2 against Portland. I mean, they get some of the easiest teams in the league. Two Detroit, 2 Portland, 2 Washington, 2 Charlotte, 2 Atlanta. That's what they have on the schedule remaining for teams that they have with 2 games remaining. Crazy how they have that much of an easy schedule, because they were able to get through a lot of those tough games in the first part of their schedule. Xavier Tillman now at the free throw line. First one's good. Frederick on the street, welcome in. Thanks for stopping by, man. Peyton Pritchard up to double digits. He's got 11. Tillman making free throws. Just sunk down the first, rattled in the second. Both of them are good at the free throw line as Boston leads 111-62. And my clock's a little bit behind right now. So we're down to a minute 15 left to go here in this third quarter of action. Peyton Pritchard back on the floor. Delightful cello, welcome in. The Celtics 59%, making 23s in this game. Bounce pass, Hauser over to Brissett. Brissett tried to throw down a poster over Looney, and Brissett gets fouled. 1:02 left to go in the third. Let's see here. I'm interested to know what Cleveland's got on their schedule, so I'm going to see if I can dig into that right now. So Cleveland upcoming against Boston on Tuesday. I'll be back in the call for that one for the next Celtics stream. Feel free to join in if you like. Golden State still leading the poll right now, 54-46. So if you haven't voted in the poll already, if you're just joining in, feel free to do so. Honestly, I'm going to take down the poll at the end of the quarter because this game has already been decided well in check. Both of the free throws missed at the line there for O'Shea Brissett. Celtics with the ball top of the key. Out the wing, it goes over to Quinones. Quinones drives downhill. Dump off underneath Looney. Looney double teamed by Brissett and Tillman underneath. Tillman able to block the shot from behind. Battle for the rebound. Ripped away by O'Shea Brissett in the final 45 seconds left to go. Burst of speed right to the rim. And he scores. Crashing right into the stanchion for 2 by O'Shea Brissett with a bucket. 113-62. Kick out to the corner. The 3 by Golden State. Bricked off the back rim. It's been that type of game today. Offensive rebound goes into the hands of Santos. Santos outside finds Quinones. Quinones defended by Pritchard 1-on-1. Pritchard backs his way. Low block. Bounce pass. Looney. Jumper. Front rim no good. Rebound controlled by Hauser. Yup. A big town beatdown in this game today. Jamie, welcome in. This is just stunning here. Like, the Celtics are playing on another level. Jumper, Pritchard with space, takes it, and he makes it. Peyton Pritchard knocks down the J off the mid-range. The steal by Boston at the buzzer. Brissett floats him a wild shot, went to the right side of the backboard. Almost had 2 there. Just careless with a basketball today by Golden State. And we close out at the end of the third. Boston 115, Golden State 62. Wow. This is just impressive. The Celtics had this game circled on their calendar. Ever since they lost that game in December against Golden State, you know that they had this one circled on their calendar. I bet you they were scouting out other teams, but every single night, I bet you the Celtics were doing like 10 to 15 minutes of prep specifically for Golden State before they went to bed every single night or something like that, because they had to had this drilled right in their minds, like that they lost in overtime. They had the game back in December against Golden State, lost in overtime. Circled this one on their calendar, circled it in the weight room, circled in the training facility, circled wherever they walk into at the Auerbach Center, circled in their practice facility. And these guys must have had it trained in their minds every single night before they go to bed. Just look at Golden State film every single night after you prep for your opponents. Just do 10 to 15 minutes of watching Golden State before you go to bed, and just have everything just memorized, every single little move pointed out, every single play that they have designed. Watch them in their ways in and out, and wow, This is just incredible what the Celtics have done tonight. A complete masterpiece in this game. Harry, welcome in. Thanks for stopping by. I'm going to go Duke to split the series with UNC. So I'll take Duke 74-68. 6-point win for Duke on Saturday. Yeah, I'm a little bit concerned about UNC. They're slipping a bit. They were trailing at halftime yesterday. They barely scratched by Miami without 2 starters, so I'm quite concerned about North Carolina. Yeah, I'm concerned about them. I'm concerned about Arizona. Arizona hasn't really faced much quality for opponents in their conference. And I'm quite concerned about Washington State. They're a 5 seed. There's a lot of dangerous 12 seeds out there. And with a team that's got 0 NCAA tournament experience, I think Washington State's super vulnerable to getting picked off in the first rounds. And the Pac-12 was super weak this year for that conference. Who was it? It was USC. They took Washington State down to the wire a couple nights ago. That's very concerning if you're Washington State and you're trying to be like a 5 seed, which is, you don't want a 5 seed. Like, whoever gets a 5 seed, you do not want a 5 seed. Like, if you're Washington State, Wisconsin, South Carolina, Clemson, whoever gets those 5 seeds, you don't want to be that 5 seed team. There's way too many dangerous 12s this year. McNeese State, Appalachian State, there's teams that's picked off Power 5s. That's going to be probably 12s. Grand Canyon. All those teams vulnerable, picking up upsets. Here we go. The start to the fourth quarter, 115-62. A total Boston Celtics beatdown as they have their bench into the game. Jaden Springer, Savi Mikhailiuk, Peyton Pritchard, O'Shea Brissett, and Sam Hauser. Brissett takes the 3, bricked off the back rim. Offensive rebound controlled from Springer off to Mikhailiuk, off to Pritchard, who takes it and he sinks it. 118-62. Peyton Pritchard keeps on delivering with bench points today. 16 off the bench by Pritchard on a perfect 7 for 7 from the floor by Peyton. 2 for 2 from the perimeter. Golden State buries the 3. Yeah, it's crazy. Just 2 years ago, both teams in the finals, and Golden State right now is at the edge of the play-in. Golden State's 9th in the West. They were outside the play-in for the most part, around like 11th and 12th throughout most of this year. And the Celtics been at the top throughout this entire season, basically. Yes, I think this should be it for Kenny Payne at Louisville. Yeah, that's some wise words right there by Donovan McCrabb. Never pick Arizona for the title. Yeah, they're just not challenged in their conference. Like Washington State, I think Washington State's above Arizona in the conference standings right now, which Arizona's contesting at a 1 seed. They're probably going to get a 2. I think Tennessee is going to have enough to get the 1 if Tennessee closes out strong. That final 1 seed's up for grabs. Tennessee, UNC, Arizona, those 3 battling for a 1. Even Marquette, no, they're going to be a 2 right now since they lost to Creighton. That Creighton team's good. They got a lot of experience on that team. Missed 3 at the wing. No good off the mark for Boston. Golden State with a possession. Bounce pass out to the wing. Here's a 3 taken by Santos for the Warriors. Missed off the mark. Brissett out of the pack with a rebound. Brissett pushing tempo outside Hauser. Transition 3. He buries it. Sam Hauser, bang, bang, right down the middle. 121-67. Celtics pick off the outlet pass. They intercept it. Pritchard, perfect from the floor. 16 points. Hauser fires a fastball down low off the Springer. Springer, acquired at the trade deadline from Philadelphia, took the fall away, skidded off the front rim. And a loose ball foul picked up, charged to O'Shea Brissett. So yeah, this game has not been close today, but wow, we had 3K viewers on this stream. Really appreciate you guys for tuning in to this matchup today. If you're new in the channel, make sure to smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe. The MVP's out here for this one, and wow, just total domination right from the start. If anybody's interested, feel free to join the Behind the Arc Basketball Bracket Challenge group. We get the March Madness Tournament Challenge back up and running. It's activated once again over the ESPN Tournament Challenge. All you have to do is click the link, sign up with an ESPN account if you don't already have one. If you do, all you have to do is click Join Group for Behind the Arc Basketball, and then you're in the Behind the Arc Basketball Bracket Challenge group. All are welcome to be a part of the NCAA Tournament Challenge. We do it every year. It's something that we do that's fun on the channel. It's totally free to join, no charges, and super fun. So, yeah, we're going to head to the timeout right now. 9:31 left to go. There's one other game going on in the NBA, and that one's close. Minnesota beating the Clippers now 73-71. That was after the Clippers trailed by 12 to close out the first quarter. Wow, Kings going to make a run there for Dalvin McCrabb. So Nuggets and Kings to the Western Conference Finals without Golden State and the Lakers in it. Ohio State for college basketball taking care of business, leading Michigan 42-34. Now, they still got a while from being into the bracket for Ohio State, but that's a potential bid stealer to keep an eye on for March Madness if they were to win the Big Ten tournament title. Today, the Celtics are just shooting lights out, 58% from the floor, 55% from three, 22 made threes. They went into halftime, almost hitting their season average. They made 15 threes in the first half. 29 total assists and 45 made field goals, and just 4 total turnovers. Single-digit turnovers in back-to-back games for Boston. Yeah, I took down the poll because of how lopsided this game has been. This game was done in the first quarter. Boston doubled Golden State 44-22 in the first quarter. Yeah, I would not want to take on the Miami Heat in the opening round of the playoffs. Dark horse for the Magic he's got right there. Yeah, Orlando looking like they're going to be a playoff team for them. So right now they're number 7 in the East. I think if we get some popcorn in the first round, it happens when the Pacers get the 6 seed, the Bucks get the 3 seed, or either way, if Milwaukee gets the 2 seed, the Pacers get the 7 seed. I think we're going to have a great series there between Indiana and Milwaukee. The Pacers are 4-1 in the regular season against the Bucks this year, so potentially an upset in the first round. The Pacers without offense potentially could pull off an upset there. Yeah, I don't blame Steve Kerr with that quote. So Edith puts out, this is, I think, the best version we've seen of this team, according to Steve Kerr. And, wow. Yeah, what I said during the last time out, this Celtics team must have had Golden State just drilled in their minds ever since they lost that overtime game to Golden State. They must have studied them like every single night before they went to bed before this game or so, as Golden State turns it over off the inbound. Lob down low, Pritchard, Brissett flung it out of bounds. That's turnover number 5. Just a different mentality from the Celtic squad, whereas like other guys from other teams are going out to like nightclubs and bars after games, like enjoying the nightlife and stuff like that on road trips, heading off to like Vegas and going to clubs and stuff. Missed the layup at the rim for Golden State. They did get fouled though. Tillman picked up the shooting foul. So it'll be 2 coming up at the line. But this Celtics team, they just look so dangerous, like destined to win a chip this year for them, because these guys got their mind just strictly to basketball, and all they do every single day is they want to get better. They want to improve on their craft, and they know that they can get better as a complete unit all around. They didn't even have Porzingis today, and look at what the score is on the scoreboard as Golden State goes 1 for 2 that time at the free throw line with Jerome Robinson, but they just got the putback off the miss as well, 121-70. But like, you gotta love what these guys' mentalities are, that all they care about is just like getting better and improving as a team, and making sure they find the right chemistry. And it's all about basketball and winning that chip this year, winning banner 18. Missed shot over the rim, no good by Golden State. O'Shea Brissett thought about passing to the cutter to Mikhailiuk, finds Jaden Springer down low. We get it blocked off the backboard, no good though. Pass ahead off to Robinson, dunks it down with a flush. My clock actually wasn't even running, so we're down to around 8:12 left to play. In this fourth quarter here, as the time just keeps on ticking off the clock. Peyton Pritchard at the rim, couldn't finish, missed the layup. This is the first scoring drought in the game for the Celtics that they've had. Here's a three. Quinones off the back rim, misfired. Rebound secured by Springer for Boston. Under 8 minutes left to play. Pritchard at the TD Garden logo, hoist up a three. Pritchard almost got that one around the rim and out by Pritchard. Had the power, just a little bit off in the accuracy there, round and out off the rim. Santos, his pass intercepted by Brissett, burst the speed out here to break, throws it down with a right-handed flush out of transition with a dunk by O'Shea. 123-72 for the Celtics. Bench guys all around. Here's all the different scores they've had. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 different scores, putting in 5 different players in double figures. 29 by Jaylen Brown, 27 by Jason Tatum, 16 by Pritchard, 14 by White, 12 by Hauser. Under 7 minutes left to go. Pritchard dribbles up, drives inside the key, passes down low off the hands of Tillman, out of bounds. Turnover. Getting the second unit some more reps. This is incredibly beneficial because we know what the starters are capable of, but the bench, developing this bench, if the Celtics can get a substantial lead, and they might have 2 weeks that they secured a 1 seed, as Peyton Pritchard gets denied by Jerome Robinson down the hill, but the Celtics might have the home court advantage in the East secure by April 1st, potentially. It gives these bench guys some more opportunities to shine, which in a deep playoff run, you got to get the bench going. You got to get the rotation guys minutes in there. Give your opponent different looks defensively. And this is a good opportunity to build up upon these minutes like a blowout win today. Getting these guys some opportunities out there to improve their game and get better. Missed shot, no good off the rim by Mikhailiuk. Rebound controlled by Gary Payton II, as he was a big-time game stopper in that playoff series from 2022 in the finals. Jumper, 14-footer, swoosh. It's good by Lester Quinones. 123-76. Under 6 minutes left to go in the fourth quarter. Golden State has a 16-8 point advantage here, but this game was long ago held in check by the Celtics. Pritchard, kick out to the wing. Xavier Tillman takes the three, and he makes it. X from downtown buries the triple. You don't see that too often as the Celtics fans of the TD Garden start the wave here this Sunday afternoon, but X, acquired at the trade deadline with Xavier Tillman, took a three and he sunk it. Quinones, bounce pass out to the corner, runner missed off the side of the rim, no good by Payton, up the floor, Pritchard, 2-on-1, floats it up over the top, Mikhailiuk punches it home with a two-handed alley-oop jam. Oh yeah, baby, fist pumps from the TD Garden crowd, making the score 128-78. 31 assists, final 5 minutes left to go. Quinones for three, delivers. Talk about a perfection game for Boston. 25, or more so like 28 minutes the starters were out there today. After that, it's been a bench ever since. For the final 20, missed three out the wing by Pritchard around and out. Yeah, this game was a long time ago. The Celtics were up 82-38 at halftime. Golden State threw in the towel at half. 4:31 left to play. We have a timeout taken on the floor. This game has been a long way from done. It was done at the end of one. Celtics led 44-22 at the end of the first quarter. Celtics outscored Golden State in the second 38-16, 33-24 in the third. And Golden State has the advantage in the fourth. That's because the Celtics bench has played for the previous 20 minutes or so almost on the floor. They've been out there. Yeah, all the starters for the Celtics went to the bench with 6 minutes left to go in the third. That's how well this game was held in check for the Celtics, how much they got up by. Boston led as many by 56 points at one point in this game. Just 6 total turnovers for the Celtics. They forced 16 by Golden State. The difference makers, obviously threes out there today. 23 made threes by Boston, just 6 by Golden State. Steph Curry, a no-show in this matchup. Four points on 0 for 9 from 3. 2 for 13 shooting by Curry. Only played 17 minutes today. If you guys are new in the stream, make sure to smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe, ring the notification bell as well. I'll be back tomorrow covering college basketball action. The first college basketball stream of the while. We got Baylor, ranked at number 15 in the nation, hosting Texas in a Big 12 game. Feel free to join in. It'll take place at 9 p.m. Eastern time tomorrow night. If you guys would like another Celtics stream, I got that one covered as well. Tuesday night, 7:30 p.m., the Celtics on the road at Cleveland, the first out of 5 road trips for Boston. It's number 1 in the East on the road, battling the number 2 team in the Eastern Conference, the Celtics, on the road at Cleveland, 7:30 p.m. Eastern time on Tuesday night. The Celtics got a big week ahead at Cleveland, at Denver, at Phoenix, at Portland, and at Utah. 5 straight games in a row. This closes out a 3-game homestand, makes it win number 11 in a row for the Celtics after this game finishes up. Just sensational. Like I talked about it a couple timeouts ago, the Celtics could have the Eastern Conference wrapped up by March 25th, potentially, late March. They could be 10 or 11 games above Cleveland. They could have the whole conference home court advantage wrapped up by late March or so into early April. That game against Cleveland, the next one they have for Boston on Tuesday, is huge because Boston, with a win, they put themselves up 9 games above the Cavs. Actually, I don't even think I talked about the Cavs schedule. Diamond McCrabb actually asked me a little while ago, but I got up the schedule. I didn't go over who they got coming up. So Cleveland still has to play tonight. So if Cleveland loses tonight at home against New York, then the Celtics go up by a game right there. So Cleveland still has to play tonight against the Knicks. So after win here, the Celtics go up by 8.5 games to Cleveland once again. But if the Cavs lose, then it's 9 games they go up into the game on Tuesday. And then if Boston wins, they could go up by 10 games if they win that, barring a Cleveland loss today against New York. So this is what the Knicks have, or this is what the Cavs have coming up. They have the Knicks tonight at 7 over on ESPN. They got the Celtics they're hosting 7:30 on Tuesday in Boston's next game. Atlanta, they got a road game at Atlanta the next day on Wednesday. So they got a back-to-back hosting the Celtics first and then at the Hawks. Yeah, they got a tough schedule. They're hosting Minnesota on Friday. So they're hosting the T-Wolves on Friday. They're hosting the Nets next Sunday. Hosting Phoenix on March 11th. So this is what they have upcoming for Cleveland's schedule here, winning the next couple weeks. Tonight the Knicks, Celtics, Hawks, T-Wolves, Nets, Suns, Pelicans, Rockets, Pacers, Heat. They get the T-Wolves once again. They get the T-Wolves twice in the month of March. They get the T-Wolves twice. They got the Heat twice. They got Denver on March 31st. Yeah, they got a pretty difficult schedule. They still yet to play Phoenix. They got 2 games against Phoenix, one in March, one in early April. So yeah, Cleveland's got quite a tough schedule upcoming for them on the slate. 128-81. As we're down to 3.5 minutes left to go. Mikhailuk missed the 3 offensive, It will go back to Tillman here for the Celtics. Tillman up the floor off to Pritchard. Yeah, thanks so much, Charlisa, for joining in. Appreciate it for being a part here today. Slicing defenders, laying it up at the rim. Backdoor with a layup made by O'Shea Brissett. 130 to 81. Scoring at the rim is Lester Quinones for 2. 130 to 83. Jaden Springer. Inside the key, outside finds Pritchard. At the wing, back to Springer. Springer dribbles inside, fall away. Inside the key, converts on it. This game has been well in the balance today. Did they have this game circled on their calendar or what? 56% shooting. Another game that the Celtics shoot plus 50% from the floor. And they are dialed up from three-point range. Jerome Robinson missed the three off the back rim. Mikhailiuk collects the long rebound. Mikhailiuk up the floor, attacks inside the paint. Golden State commits the reach and follow with Lester Quinones. So you know that the Celtics are showing up big upcoming. They got 4 straight games in prime time, either on TNT or ABC or ESPN upcoming. Spin move right to the cup. It's good for the layup by Xavier Tillman. X made a 3 earlier in this quarter. Tillman off the bench now, got himself 5 points today. 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. Jerome Robinson drives downhill, missed the layup, missed the putback as well by Golden State. Up the floor, here's Pritchard, laces up a 3. It's bottom trifecta from downtown by Peyton Pritchard. Before you sign off tonight, make sure to smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe. And if you'd like to join the Behind the Arc Basketball Bracket Challenge group, feel free to do so. That link is posted into the chat, pinned into the chat. All are free, all are welcome to join in. It's totally free to join. All you have to do is click the link that I have pinned in the chat for the Behind the Arc Basketball ESPN March Madness Bracket Challenge group. Click the link. Sign up with an ESPN account. If you already have an ESPN account, then click join the group for Behind the Arc Basketball on the Bracket Challenge. And then the brackets will be released 2 weeks from now. Selection Sunday, March 17th at 6 p.m. The NCAA tournament bracket will be announced. And then you have all the way from Sunday at 6:30 p.m. on March 17th up until Thursday, March 21st at noontime to pick your teams for the NCAA tournament for March Madness and lock in your bracket. Oh, man, sorry about that, Jeffrey, there. My thoughts and condolences with your friend's grandmother. So sorry to hear that. That's terrible there, man. Send my thoughts and prayers for your friend's grandmother that passed. Lester Quinones, step back 3 over Tillman. Missed off the rim. No good. A rebound controlled by Mikhailiuk as we're down to the final 30 seconds of action here. Up the floor, Mikhailiuk takes the 3. Rattles in. It's good from the perimeter. 140 on the board for the Boston Celtics. And a total domination game today at the TD Garden. Oh, that's a big U! Golden State with a terrible of his U's right there. A terrible turnover. Oh, it's a U! What was that for Golden State? An inbound in their backcourt and the other player wasn't looking and they flung it out of bounds. Oh my goodness. The Boston Celtics today completely broke the Golden State Warriors, and the Golden State Warriors might not even be in the 2024 NBA playoffs. Final score from the TD Garden, Boston 140, Golden State 88. The Celtics destroy Golden State. A 52-point victory at the TD Garden this Sunday afternoon, and the Boston Celtics in total domination. They annihilate Golden State. Big time Celtics today. As we go final, 140 to 88. The final score only took 22 minutes by Jaylen Brown. Only took 25 minutes by Jason Tatum. Both of the Jays put it in the work once again today. 29 by Brown, 27 by Tatum on his birthday. Happy birthday to JT. 14 by Derek White. 19 off the bench by Peyton Pritchard. 12 by Sam Hauser. Excellent game today all around by the Boston Celtics. They had this one circled on their calendars, and they blew the doors off of Golden State as we go final here from the TD Garden. Wow. An incredible Celtics win once again, making 25 total threes. 55% shooting from the floor. Just all around. This team is a machine. I don't know who's going to top them, and my advice to give to you guys out there, if you're a betting man out there, I would just keep on taking the Celtics and the line until somebody can prove that they can play a game winning single digits with Boston. I would just keep on taking Boston and the points right now until a team coming back from the All-Star break proves that they can hang in and play a game winning single digits against the Celtics, because after the All-Star break, it has been non-existent. Double-digit victories in every single game post-All-Star break, plus they had that big win before the All-Star break by 50 over the Nets to get them momentum to the All-Star break. It's 11 straight victories in a row for the Celtics right now. This team today looks unstoppable. For the Golden State Warriors, they got a lot of question marks that they have to go over. They were 13-3 in their previous 16 entering this matchup, 10-2 in their last two. The Celtics pummeled the Mavs right before this. The question with Golden State, they just got destroyed by Boston. Will Golden State be the next team that loses confidence and loses an opportunity to go on a run and even make the playoffs? That is the question right there, because the Boston Celtics today look like they have completely broken Golden State, and Golden State may miss the 2024 playoffs. I mean, if you're Golden State, you got to know how to bounce back from this. You got to keep your composure. You got to bounce back from this, because looking like this could get very out of control and spiral down if you suffer a terrible loss, and then you got players pointing fingers afterwards against each other if it gets that bad in the locker room, if it gets that tense or so. So we'll see what happens there as we go on throughout the course of the season. But wow, 140-88. The Celtics are on another level, on another planet, how they've been playing recently. I'll be back tomorrow covering college basketball if you guys would like, covering number 15 ranked Baylor taking on Texas at 9 p.m. tomorrow night for some great Big 12 college hoops action. Next Celtics stream will be on Tuesday. Number 1 Boston on the road at number 2 in the East, Cleveland. Feel free to join in if you guys would like for that one. 7:30 p.m. on Tuesday night. The Celtics right now are 8.5 games above Cleveland, looking to see if they can gain some more separation and make it potentially 9 or even 10, determining on how Cleveland does tonight with that result against New York. But thanks so much, everybody, for joining in, being a part of the stream for this game. Jason Tatum's birthday, and the Celtics showing up in a big way as they destroy the Golden State Warriors. A 52-point win at the TD Garden to close out their 3-game homestand. As now we're in the month of March. The basketball ramping up this week. NBA in the final month, gearing up for the playoffs in mid-April. March Madness just around the corner, 2 weeks from Selection Sunday. Thanks so much, y'all, for joining in, being a part on this stream. The Celtics on another level, win 140-88. We're going to wrap up to the channel members. All channel members get a shout out at the end of each and every single one of my live streams. We got Jason, Warren, Rajeep, I Am Ghost, Russell, John, Mark, Kelly, Jeffrey, Space Vegas, Oink Oink, Michael, Katie, Bradley, Daniel, Derek, Sister Surround, Mario, Guido, SG Sports Talk, Ice Ice Baby, Robin, and Melinda. Thanks all for joining in, being a part of the stream tonight. Here for this one, the Celtics on another level. They destroy Golden State 140-88. The Celtics 47-12 record, 8 games above Cleveland at 39-20. Thanks so much, everybody, for joining in, and enjoy the rest of your Sunday.